We're back.
Hello.
We're back with another podcast thing.
A podcast thing is one way to put it.
What do we want to call these?
Specials?
Specials?
Contents. Plural.
I love content. We're such good content creators.
Welcome to Ducky and Calvin's Contents.
Today on Ducky and Calvin's Contents, we're here to talk about fun achievements.
Yeah, achievements and trophies.
I say fun. Just the ones
I mean, some of them are a lot of fun. Some of them are not, but they're good for recognition.
Yeah.
We'd like to talk about them.
Yeah, it is kind of just the ones that deserve recognition. This is kind of an addendum to our Proudest Plats video. There's probably going to be a little bit of overlap, but hopefully not too much. I know we wanted to make sure that we didn't have some of the trophies or achievements that were the one to get that would be the platinum. Like, I thought about putting a Celeste trophy on mine, but really it just kind of all wraps up into just the big thing for me. The same kind of happened for GTA 5. I don't have any trophies for that, even though some of them were kind of a pain to get.
I mean, it was an interesting process, too. Like, I thought about it as I was going through it. Like, you said the same thing, is that here's a game that is for sure going to have something that makes this. And then it just doesn't. Because you look at them and you're like, oh, this was all busy work. And I didn't really get that reaction to it after looking at it. It's just a throwaway trophy. You know, there are a lot of games like that, especially early platinums for me. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, early on it did kind of feel like, I don't know, it was probably just some of the ones that we went to, but it was just buckling down and grinding through some of the weird ones.
Yeah, maybe even it was just early games, is that they were just so easy that, you know, they kind of naturally came. It's like me in the Infamous games. I just kind of went through the game and then looked at it. And I was like, I'm missing 2. Okay, I'll just go get them. And then I got them and that's it. It's like stepping on a boat on Borderlands, you know?
Sometimes, yeah, you just gotta go there.
Anyway, so out of the gate, we were going to just quickly eliminate those trophies that we talked about a lot in the Proudest Platinum video. Because for sure we went in depth at that time. And now we're going to talk about different stuff. We don't want to harp on stuff that we've already talked about.
Yeah.
So Calvin has like 2, and I have like 4, I think.
Well,
like
I already said GTA and Celeste, but the other one that is not going to show up is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Nothing from that.
Oh. Yeah. We talked about it.
It was kind of just Mile High Club. And, I mean, beat the game on Veteran, but...
They're all just beat the game on Veteran. Like, those are easy enough. Anyway, mine were just S for Sensei from my friend Pedro.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, in order to get the platinum, you're just going to S it. And I talked about that in my list this last year. Becomes the Master, Titanfall 2. Yeah. Not only can you watch us do our Becomes the Master, but also we talked about it in multiple videos. Closure, Amplitude 2016.
Oh, yeah.
Super all the songs. 1 of 10 trophies to get the platinum. And Rockhound, Infamous 1. Watch our Proudest Platinums video.
Is it really called Rockhound?
It's called Rockhound. Yes. Okay. Just get all the rocks. Get all 350 of those bastards.
Rock life. Okay, well, with that out of the way, I guess I'll get started. We have 15 each with some honorable mentions. So my number 15 is a fun little indie game called The Stanley Parable with a fun achievement called Go Outside. The description for Go Outside is do not play the game for 5 years.
Wow.
So I got the game in like 2012 or something, and I loved it, and I showed it to people, and then I think last year I had another buddy that I wanted to show it to. And I think either I started it up just to make sure like it didn't have like any leftover data or something like that, and just boom, achievement popped. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's so interesting. That's great. I love that.
Yep.
That's such a cute little thing.
I remember there was some discussion around it when it came out. It's like you might be able to like turn your machine offline or like disconnect your system time from the internet and just manually bump it forward like PS2 style.
Yeah.
But it's fun to have gotten it naturally.
Yeah, that's cool. That's just like using the Christmas cars in
in Simpsons Road Rage.
Road Rage, yeah. That's the one I liked. I know everybody liked Hit and Run, but I played Road Rage.
I played Road Rage on Game Boy Advanced.
I'm sure that functioned really well, just like THPS3 on Game Boy Color.
Oh my god.
Alyssa Steamer, speed all the way up. You just keep grinding in San Francisco, back and forth.
That's all I had. Really simple.
Yeah,
just fun to talk about.
Yeah, I'm happy they have that.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Things that are fun to talk about and very simple. My number 15 is Meat Wall from Rainbow Six Siege.
Meat Wall.
If you don't know what Meat Wall is, it's to get a kill with a breaching charge.
Yeah.
Now, that sounds really easy, but I have an interesting story with mine, where this was probably like in the last 20% of trophies that I needed to get. So, of course, we're at Oregon.
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
on 1F. You remember
this is pre-update Oregon.
Pre-update Oregon. Man, what a journey we've taken with this game, but pre-update Oregon, 1F, I come in straight from street entrance. I just put one of those big old charges around the wall. Bam, guy's down.
Injury.
I'm like,
huh?
Oh, but I have 2 more. This is all fine. So, of course, he goes to walk away from me. I slap one on the floor, and then I, like, step back, blow it up. Second injury.
Yeah, somebody went to pick him up.
So I went to get him, and then I injured the guy, didn't kill the other guy. Third one, double kill. Not only did I get 1 kill with a breaching charge, I got 2.
That's beautiful, dude. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And it's like of the trophies to have left over in Rainbow Six Siege, especially that at that point before they got revamped. And it's just I mean, when are you gonna go for something like that?
And it's not gonna work anymore. People know where to reinforce. Well, part of it, maybe it's like Rainbow Six has that. Rainbow Six might have that thing where they place you with players who are kind of play the game at your level, and if not, it'll at least even the team. So, maybe you'll pull that stuff on somebody. But, I mean, that happened with me in Rainbow Six. It's like there's the trophy to just use a thermite wall.
Yeah, thermite through a reinforced wall.
And I somehow put in like 3 hours into thermite without getting close enough to a reinforced wall to even do that. But, how we've changed. Now I'm clutch god.
Yeah.
26% of the time.
I'll take it. All right, cool. My number 14 is also a Tom Clancy game, a Tom Clancy Rainbow Six game. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2. The trophy is called True Identity. Do you know what True Identity is?
It's gotta
use
be the
Xbox
camera.
Live Vision to create a character with your appearance.
And your appearance at the time was green hair.
Yeah, like it gave everybody green hair. I couldn't tell if it was like bad lighting because we all used the camera to import our faces in the same room. I think we got at least 5 people on that on files in that game, and it looks so funny. I love that.
Yeah, it was an interesting idea. If only we could do that in Rainbow Six Siege now.
If the recruit, instead of having just like a masked face, you just see like random fucked up faces.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of wanted to put it on like Ace. And you still got that. You still got the headgear on, but it's just, your face and the eyes look wonky and off angle. And
the best thing about that for Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was like, it's a first person shooter, but it had a cover system where it put you into third person. You hold L2 and you're like huddled up against a wall and you see yourself looking left and right. And it's just, Matt did it and he had a grin. Like I did it, I had like a neutral face. But then Matt is just like gung-ho, happy to be there. Oh my god. Great. I mean, that was the only thing I used Xbox Live Vision for. I don't even know what else it could be used for. Maybe there are some iToy games for it.
iToy for Xbox.
Oh no.
It's kind of like they bought Rare. They also bought the iToy studio, and somehow they held on to the rights over PlayStation. So
Tom Clancy was like, I want that in my game.
You know what? I played that game where you were in front of the soccer goal and you slap the stuff when you're
That's
doing
right.
a Walmart trial, and he's like, I need that in my game.
Good shit.
Yeah. I love peripherals like that. That makes me interested. I'm sorry. I find it hard to find where these numbers are because when we went to do this, Calvin said he had 15, and I was like, whoops, I got 13. So I had to go in and add more, and I keep forgetting that, my first 2 on this list are at the very bottom because they just made it in. But my number 14, a little bit of recency bias that this got in here. But my 14 is How the Mighty Have Fallen. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Okay.
This one is Defeat Oz.
Oh my god.
Again. So
I was like, why does this sound familiar? Do I know this one?
You should. Because as of last year, we played a little bit of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Zombies.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is from, golly, I don't remember the name of the maps, but which one is this? It's like the hotel one?
No, it's like the underwater one.
I mean, underwater, it looks like a
is it
resort.
it's
It's
a
kind of
resort,
like
yeah.
a resort
Yeah.
that's underwater, but it's that DLC one, the fellas from the olden days, if you remember, me, Tyler, Matt, Calvin, we got together, and we were going to do one of those Advanced Warfare Easter eggs, and man, those are some convoluted things.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Advanced Warfare, I mean, we played a lot of World at War zombies and Black Ops zombies, but then everything after that, me especially, it just bounced right off. I didn't put enough time into it probably, but whenever I did, it just felt like it was overwhelming to the point of I don't understand what I should be doing. Not even just the Easter egg, just like,
Oh, yeah.
how do I maneuver in this map? What do I do to not die in like 7 waves every time?
Black Ops 2 really did a great job of that.
Dude, Transit is trash.
Transit
I cannot believe
it's pretty bottom tier. It's exceedingly annoying. It's like, how do you fix that map? Number 1, when you get left behind from the bus, why does there have to be things that fucking go right over your face?
They go over your face.
Like,
you're walking into lava.
Yeah, just like if lava is one thing, like put one or the other. No lava, things that jump on your face. Okay, incentive to get on the bus. Okay, lava, there aren't things that jump on your face and make everything as annoying as possible. And building, I cannot stand. All of a sudden, there's like this extra element that allows you to do way better and advance things. I'm like, I don't know where this shit is.
Yeah, you just gotta find random shit. But you don't know what combines to each other.
Yeah, so you can pick up like one item, and it's like, I don't know what I'm building here. Where is there a building table? Oh, I'm dead. I found the building table, but, it was in a corridor, and then everything just ran behind me.
You didn't have the fan and the battery to open the doors. Duh.
Yeah. Where's the power? I don't know. I'm trying to run between 2 locations because I missed the bus. Great. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Advanced Warfare really was a great recovery game for that. And, like, all the maps were kind of fun, and they had interesting new ideas. It was kind of the thing with Advanced Warfare that everybody hates, and I'm very sad about because I very much enjoy that game.
Yeah. And the jump jets were awesome. Like, when you get the suit, I mean, it was
Yeah.
like... It definitely added another layer onto the existing zombie formula, and you're like, okay, this is cool. Now let's see where this goes and what I can do with this. And the perks that would come with it, big drop.
Oh, I love Big Drop. I love stomping. And then there'd always be exo zombies, so then they would just deactivate you
Yeah,
and it'd be
you
like,
stomp
damn
into
it.
a big group and then you're just dead. But it was fun.
But it was fun
you put yourself in that position.
because you try. Yeah, you could maneuver and get them around you, and that's what worked. Anyway, this one has Malkovich, and Malkovich you have to kill.
Yeah.
And the first time it's not too bad, and then the second time it is so hard.
Yeah, it's like a normal boss battle. Like there's a health bar and everything, and you're like, oh, this feels like a different game.
And for sure, it just takes so long, and there's so many things where it's like, oh, You can't jump too high because there's a laser grid that immediately drops you. Oh, now the floor is gas. You have to stand here. Oh, but zombies are still coming for you. Okay, now we all just have to.
The window's open. Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!
Just everybody aim at him. You got Matt like blunderbussing one shot at a time, and like I got the rocket launcher. But no, those are memories that I will have for a long time.
Oh yeah.
For a thing that we just did, and it's nice. It's nice to have those zombies. And like now that me and Tyler are playing World War II, I remember asking, I was like, wait, man, like how are the zombies in this? And he just kind of trailed off and went, oh, well, you know, there are these things that just, you know, it kind of slows things. And I'm like, say no more.
Yeah.
It's trash. That's all you got to say.
We've been spoiled. We don't need to go back to...
We've been spoiled by great memories.
Dude, that's poetic.
That's what they come for. My poetry.
All right. Y'all, that's it?
Yeah, that's cool.
It. All right. My number 13. This is the only one where I'm going to do this, but I have a tendency, like, if I'm looking at a list of achievements, I can see some, and it's like, I'll make the decision right then and there. It's like, well, I'm going to go for this. If I'm going to play through this whole game, it would be a waste of time to try and do this later. So I better do it now because it's the optimal thing to do.
That happens a lot.
It's kind of dumb. And it's like, I don't think I should be doing that. And I think it's probably affecting how I enjoy certain games. But sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it's like, even though I put these stupid constraints on for an achievement, or in this case, achievements, I don't know. The first time I played through Dishonored, there are a few achievements that are like, when you play through this entire game, don't do this. And I'm like, okay, I won't. And there's like 5 of them, and some of them are like incompatible with each other. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll go for these 3 at the same time. That same time happened to be the first time that I played it. I went for mostly Flesh and Steel, which is finishing the game without purchasing any abilities except for Blink.
Okay.
Ghost, which is complete all the missions without alerting or killing anybody. And Shadow, complete all the missions without alerting anybody. Which is kind of Ghost, but doesn't include the killing part.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was like, okay, I guess I'll just go for all 3 of these. And it's like, when you're learning a new game, is it smart to purposefully hamstring yourself as much as possible? Like, I played through Dishonored. I mean, I kind of did the same thing with Dishonored too. I wasn't even going for achievements, but it's like, I'm fine with just the movement ability and then just kind of going through. I don't know. I think I kind of enjoy that simplicity, but also I'm lazy and don't want to learn different mechanics and how to do things. Like, I played through so much of Dishonored 1 and 2, and I can't remember any significant amount of time using possession or turning into rats. I just remember a lot of quick saves and quick loads, and I don't know, I enjoyed myself. That was the first time, and I played it enough afterwards to clean up the rest of the achievements, so it's not like it diminished my enjoyment of it. But I don't know, I think that's kind of cool.
It's cool. It's
stealthy
interesting.
Games?
No. I think the one interesting thing is that, like, now that I have World War II back up, I don't want to bring this up this much. I don't want to admit that I'm hooked again, but, like, I remember that one of them is that there's a campaign mission where you have to be all stealth, don't get caught. Mm-hmm. And I did it. And it's not a common trophy. And it was just as simple as I looked at the trophy list and was like, oh, do this without getting an alert? Okay.
I better do this now. I'm here.
Better do this now. It was the last mission I did. I did not continue. Oh, no. It was the tank mission. That's what it was.
Stealth tank?
No.
Oh.
That was the last mission. The mission after that was the tank mission. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. This sucks.
Tank missions, dude.
This is terrible. It's like, okay, you killed 1. Now kill 2 at the same time and don't let them kick your ass. And I'm like, no. Fuck this. This is terrible. And I remember I wasn't even on a hard difficulty. But as I was saying, it's interesting that we see those trophies and then we go for it. And I think it's a toss-up. Sometimes you see them and it restrains you and it's great. Because, like, I know probably BioShock, there were, like, enough plasmids that I just would never use.
Yeah.
that doesn't work, which the only reason I always think of that is BioShock Infinite, because I got so aggressively stuck in so many parts that I had to look up, okay, how do you FPS better to get through this part of BioShock Infinite?
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just bad, and then you overthink about what you're doing, and I do think that it could derail an experience.
Sometimes you see it and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm definitely not doing that, and I don't have to worry about this or anything on this list now. There have definitely been times where I'm like, I see something and I'm like, all right, this is off the table. I'm just gonna think about the game, and that's cool too. Maybe I should be, but I mean, we like getting these enough to make 2 videos about it. So it's not like we're not getting anything out of going for these things. So I don't know.
At the same time, I stay away from that trophy list for probably the first few hours of a game.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'm like, well, I feel like I've seen enough trophy things pop up that I'm going to stare at these. The Crypt of the Necrodancer, I was like, nah, now look at this. I'm going to beat the game, which I didn't.
It's a hard game, dude.
Fuck that game. But no, I really do think it's a two-way street. Like, sometimes it does make you play better, and sometimes it's like, just enjoy the fucking game.
Yeah.
You want to have that first run-through that goes well, and you're like, okay, now I'm going to try and handcuff myself to feeling a little better about myself by getting arbitrary trophies. That I can brag up like, oh, I've got 30 platinums. What do you got?
I beat the game with weights on my wrist.
Oh, 13? 13. All right.
Yeah.
Into my the original set that I had. These aren't honorable mentions now. Now they're on the list. 13, I thought I wanted to make a little recognition for one Overwatch trophy that wasn't like the hardest thing ever, but was kind of interesting and fun that I still think about. And it's the Floor is Lava.
Really?
Yeah, get 3 kills with Lucio in 1 life while wall riding. Floor is Lava. I thought it was interesting. I'm trying to remember maps in that game, but I can't. What was the capture one that had like a well? It was like Greece? Yeah. Helios. That's where I got it.
Yeah. I was thinking it's like the outside the Chinese market or something.
Yeah, there is one
and there's like a pagoda on the edge.
Yeah, there is one that is a capture point. I can picture every bit of the map. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Hit us with the comments what that map's called.
More games should have wall riding.
For sure. Yeah, great games do.
Did you get it before they made wall riding a bit easier at some point? Do you remember? Like, you could hold the jump button, for us it was X because we played on PlayStation 4, and you would automatically wrap around corners instead of having to jump and then press or hold your jump button on the other side.
I think I did do the holding because I think that they probably advanced that far enough in to the game cycle that I was still like, all of a sudden I saw you have to get 3 kills while wall riding. I'm like, what? Oh my god, that's a nightmare.
Without dying.
In 1 life without dying, yeah. I mean, you are Lucio, but at the same time, it's like, I remember just that side building, I feel like I just kept jumping against it and then shooting and then just jumping against it and shooting. And I think I just rapidly killed 3 people who just kept coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so did they all go in the well?
You know, I think you're right. I think I did blast some people into the well, and that did part of it. Because the only person who's going to get out of that dang well is Lucio.
Yeah, it's another Lucio.
So, yeah, but this was just like a fun one. Like, just thinking to other ones, you got like Rapid Discord, and that one was just keep playing Zenyatta, and it's going to come to you.
Yeah.
Or just like the 4-kill ones.
Yeah.
It'll happen if it happens. But this one was one of those focus ones that, you know, you put a little bit of time into, and it's not the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
You're not deflecting. And one,
fucking hated that one.
That one was bad. I got it pretty early.
That was my last one.
I had a dumb Bastion. We already know my last one. My last one was Junkrat, but but yeah, little recognition to a trophy that I didn't talk about in the platinum one. That's here.
Good shit. All right, my number 12. Gotta be mentioned. Ever since ever since I got it, I feel like I got this after hearing about somebody else talking about achievements that they were proud of. And I'm like, I want an achievement that I'm proud of. I'll go for this. That was like planning 13 years ahead for when we do this exact video. My number 12 is in Limbo. It's no point in dying. Complete the game in one sitting with 5 or less deaths.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Wasn't like...
I can remember parts where I died more than 5 times. I remember the part where I quit, and I'm like, I can't beat this. See you, Limbo.
I definitely... I think it took between 2 or 3 hours. It was a few attempts. Like, I had definitely gone through and got, like, 5 deaths, and I was like, oh, okay. After hour and a half run. It's funny, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's like speedrunning Vice City. It's like an hour-long session is like nothing. Like, going through just hard focusing on that. But, you know, back then it was like, man, one sitting, this whole game.
Yeah.
I remember I had 4 deaths going to like the last big jump, and I fucked it up once, and I was like, oh, don't want to have to mess this up again. And then I didn't, and I got it with 5 deaths. I was like, perfect.
That's a perfect psych up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was like the nerves and tension that I needed to perfectly make that jump where time flips around, and then you gotta jump through a wall. I don't know. It's funny. I mean, I feel like I think about this one achievement or going for it more than I think about Limbo itself. I remember people were pretty positive on it when it came out, but I think it was just a thing of its time, and I don't know how many people care about it really that much anymore.
Yeah.
I think that whole genre of game is kind of... People expect more now. At the time, it was like, this is a cool indie game with good atmosphere. And now we have a lot of cool indie games with good atmosphere. Now you got to do a little bit more than just like simple physics block pushing puzzles. But I thought it was cool.
I guess part of it. Like, I tried to play Limbo, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling it. It's too oddly floaty.
Yeah, it's like Little Big Planet physics.
But I was so close to just getting past this one part, and I could not figure out how the hell... you drowned in that game, right?
Yeah, if you drop in water, you're toast.
Like, there's one part where there's just rising water, and I just could not move fast enough horizontally to get past the water. I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I can't do it. I just don't understand. And, you know, it's just a puzzle thing.
Yeah.
I probably should have just went back and tried it again, but I'm like,
Yeah.
What am I, like, a third through the game? I tried.
Yeah, I gave it a shot. It's not clicking.
Yeah.
Oh, well. See you, Limbo.
Yeah, so what was it? You said it was like an hour and a half?
But I think it was between 2 and 3 hours. But I was...
Why did I get the impression it was like 45 minutes? Is that like the world record for Limbo?
You know, I don't know. It's been a long time ago. Maybe it was 45 minutes. I don't think it was.
It felt like 2 to 3 hours, but it was 45 minutes. Trophies like this is just interesting because, what was it? Unraveled was the one where it was get through a level without dying, and the levels were like 20 minutes. But it's just interesting to think of trying to go through this whole thing, having a death count that you have to surpass.
Yeah.
And it just being a long period of time. That sounds like a nightmare. So good job.
Thank you.
Is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
That's really impressive. All right. Number 12. Usual Swerve. Just one of those good memory trophies. And yeah, this isn't the most impressive trophy in the game. And I mean, I know that we didn't get the most impressive trophies in the game, but we tried. It was just too difficult. But minus Tree, Geometry Wars 2. It's the King of the Hill one where you gotta get through 30 circles without shooting.
Yeah, okay.
And I remember there was just a lot of trial and error to try and figure out, okay, how am I going to plan this out? How am I going to circumvent around to hit specific circles? And I think the best strategy was just, maybe if you had to sit still, do it for a second. But if not, just keep moving. Yeah. Just get into that circle instantly. And I remember I was just counting. I think it's 30 to get this. I just specifically remember the number 27. I just kept getting to that point, and I'm like, oh my god, the screen is hell. I don't know what to do. I can't get past this. You can't fire unless you're in the circle, and it was don't fire.
Yeah.
So in a way, pacifism probably did help me do this pretty well.
We love pacifism. Pacifism was the best minigame in that.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I feel bad. Well, not bad. A little incomplete thinking about the Geometry Wars 2 achievements. I spent a long time trying to get Smile and Game Over.
Yeah.
Never was able to get them.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. I
No,
like
it's like,
this one.
well, it's one of those things where now every time I think about it, it's like, I remember getting so close and being so good. I could probably go back and do it. I'm not going to go back and do it.
Yeah.
But I could. I could. I would just be like a week, and it would be like, just grind. I'm not going to do it.
I can't think past one day. It's just like, there were games like, we always have those games that are just muscle memory. Oh God, I left this aside for too long. Can I even play this game again?
Oh yeah.
And that one for sure, that would be a commitment, because you'd have to get back into knowing what does what in Geometry Wars, getting your movement down.
Yeah, remembering like what are the strategies, especially when it's like that last event of 25 or however many stages, and it's like, what's the strategy on this stage? What's the strategy on this stage?
Yeah.
It's all gone.
It's just remembering. I'd talk about a game, but I'm going to talk about that game in 2 entries, so I'm not going to talk about that game.
All right.
We'll get there.
I look forward to it.
Heck yeah.
All right, my next one is also related to having few deaths, and is also a game that starts with L-I. My number 11 is Little Big Planet, Ace. Oh, sorry, Play, which is Ace every level. Complete all the story levels without dying, with the exception of those levels that only end when you die. I remember doing this somewhat early on. I mean, Little Big Planet was one of the very early games that I got. I don't even think it had achievements when it released, or trophies, I guess. And then they added them retroactively, and this was one of them. And some of those levels, especially the bunker, which is like the second to last one. You might remember there is a big circle that's spinning, and you come from the inside of it, and as it rotates, you have to go out and out each layer as you're in a big spinning wheel, and then you jump, and you missed the thing, you're electrified. I mostly remember going through it with 4 people, and if one person had a good run, since it was a circle, as they kept going, people would just spawn in and just be like fucked. Or like the one guy who was doing really well, the camera would be not
on him.
Yeah, so he would just make a bad jump. Everybody's back in the middle. No lives left. Alarms going off. It's definitely easier when you're playing it with just one person and you're thinking about it. But like, I mean, even then, with like as I mentioned with Limbo, kind of floaty physics, not the most precise jumping, and it's just everything has to be like a commitment that you have like a second of build up. It's kind of like Fall Guys movement, you know?
Yeah.
You can jump or you can grab.
It's the same game.
Little Big Fall Guys.
Oh my God. How many people at Mediatonic
Oh my God.
came from Media Molecule?
Insane.
Two letters. I mean, 5 letters, but you started it this way. It's 2 letters.
It is 2 and 3 letters.
Conspiracy.
I remember I did the DLC for Little Big Planet as well. I almost got all the achievements for those too. There was Metal Gear Solid DLC and Pirates of the Caribbean DLC. The Pirates of the Caribbean DLC added water for your maps.
Oh.
And the Metal Gear Solid added a paint gun, like a paintball gun.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I feel like we always just grabbed it. We're just like, I'm gonna get you.
I was so annoyed because I built a map and I wanted to use the paintball gun because I could have, if you make a barrier as small as possible, it's just invisible and you can't see it. And so I wanted to make an invisible maze where you could shoot through the walls and the paint would reveal the way, but it didn't stick and it just kind of, it has the explosion animation.
It only stuck to people.
Yeah, yeah.
You just gotta walk. Beginner's guide shit, you know? Alright. These are weird. The 6 that I put on here are just weird. But it's funny. They're the ones that I always think about whenever it was, let's go for this trophy. Here I come. Gonna get it. My 11 is I Am Become Death. Saints Row 4. Kill 1,000 enemies using only superpowers.
Oh.
So when you go like through Saints Row 4 and you get all the way through the end of the game, I think this happened on my 2.5 playthrough. Well, I can't tell you on the third playthrough because for some reason
still in process?
For some reason my PS3 absolutely will not load Saints Row 4 anymore. It will load the main menu and then I press X to go and then it's just like a really faded screen and doesn't go any farther.
Nice.
I'm like, what? And then you hold the PlayStation button and it's like, quit game? I'm like, what the fuck? How is it doing this? But you go through the whole game and it's like 250.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, what? I only did 250? These superpowers are fucking awesome. You're just throwing people into people. You're fucking stomping people. You're shatter blasting them and punching them, which counts. What's the other one? Oh, buff. Everybody loves buff.
Oh, cool, buff.
I love buff because it was the last one, and every time you had a warden, it was like, you have to use buff now. You've killed so many wardens that now, in order to get it, you have to freeze it and then buff it, or its shield is instantly up.
Yeah,
that's the only way you could get rid of its shield.
God, after playing so much Rainbow Six Siege, you mentioning having to duel wardens, I'm like, whoa. No, but I remember I did
Hank
the same.
Hill motherfucker fucking rolling around and jumping all over the place.
I did the same thing because the guns were fun to use.
Yeah.
I say this as the guy that used dual SMGs a lot of the time, but it's like, it's so much fun and more effective to just use the fun guns. And it's
but even with that gun being as simple as it was, you could just jump really high and fucking duel SMGs from everywhere. And it's like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's like SAC 3's in Advanced Warfare, baby. Here I go.
Exactly the same thing. How many kills did you get by stomping on people in Advanced Warfare versus the SAC 3's?
Some. The thing is there is stomp in the game that is effective at times. But when you stomp somebody in Advanced Warfare, it's the best thing ever. You feel like a fucking man.
They had stomp and they had death from above.
Yeah. Two different things. One you punch the ground, one you foot the ground. And every time you went to use it, and you'd run up a building, jump slightly off, and then use stomp, and you just.
So was stomp your go-to for like getting 700 more kills, or?
No, my go-to was very specific. It was Superpower. What was the show called?
Oh,
it was a show. It was like Superpower
something Showdown.
It was like Superpower Showdown or whatever. And I found that the best one to do was the second one with Junichi. And when you get to King of the Hill, you keep telekinesis throwing balls into the guys who kept coming for you. Yeah. And it worked great.
Yeah.
Oh, I threw my ball. Here's a body into a guy. And like the only way to do this efficiently, you'd get them in sets of, I think, 50 kills, I remember, is what I would do. It was shock TK. That's what it was. Because you shock the thing, throw it, and knocking them down wouldn't kill them. It would just sit there and just zap the shit out of people. You'd get 50 kills around, and they wouldn't count if you didn't complete the superpower show. So what you would do is I'd sit, I think it was like 6.5 minutes, and I would sit in the King of the Hill period for 4. And just keep killing people. Yeah. I'm like, okay, now I'll go to the circle and win.
Yeah.
And that's how you did it. Was just shock TK, throwing very specific solution, but I went for it. I got it. I'm proud I did it. It's like the one trophy from that game I remember, other than when I went for the platinum on PS4, because I originally got it on the 360.
Right.
That for some reason my copy like didn't spawn in those metal dudes, like the last stage of notoriety.
Yeah.
So I had to go into online games with other people that would spawn it, and then people use cheats. So trophies wouldn't count. So then I would have to leave and then try and find somebody else who was online.
Yeah, I remember this.
I'm like, why can't my game just spawn in metal guys? I remember they would spawn in the missions.
Yeah.
And it didn't count.
Of course. That game had not the best achievement tracking.
No, it was very spotty, but did it a couple times.
Yeah, enough. Not bad enough not to do it.
It's fun though. It's a fun game. It's pretty good.
It's funny. I think we'll talk about some of these later on, but with some of these just grinded out, part of it is, so what was the strategy that you found out? Because so many of these aren't like, well, I just did it naturally, or I just played the game a lot. It's like, no, I ended up doing this one hyper-specific thing for like 5 hours.
Yeah. For God's sakes, if you did get it naturally, then what the hell is memorable about it? It just happened.
Yeah.
I drove my car in Rocket League for a big distance. Oh, wow. Play the game. That's it. Anyway, play Saints Row 4. It's really good.
My number 10. This is one that was brought up during the Platts, but it would feel amiss not to bring it up now. It's in The Witcher 3. There are some that could have been chosen for this, but I went for the simple, stupid Master Marksman, which of course is
crossbow headshots.
Kill 50 human and non-human opponents by striking them in the head with a crossbow bolt. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
A crossbow bolt to the head doesn't kill, even if you put in like your mutations to max out your crossbow build. It doesn't kill.
Even if you use the buff superpower, it just doesn't burn him to death.
Yeah, and so this was for sure all right, if you spawn in at this location, all the bandits will respawn. You slice them a couple times, and then you have your mutation that slows down time if you're aiming with the crossbow. Sometimes it's like not a crit. I feel like you would either see the screen recoil a little, or you would feel a vibration if it was an actual crit, and then you would hit somebody in the head and you wouldn't feel that, and you're like, that didn't count. Or like you're trying to get people down to like partway health, and it's like, oh, I just killed him. Oh, I gotta load in the place again. I know, it was like that same exact spot. There was a nether trophy before. One of your abilities is like pushing people, right? Force push, effectively.
Oh, sick.
But it's like the same thing. There's a trophy for getting kills by pushing people off of things, but that location wasn't very high. It was high enough. So I'd be like hurting people and try and pushing them. Some people, they would get like close to the ledge, and then it wasn't like enough speed to send them over, and so they just walk back. I'm like, okay. I spent a lot of time at that. I wish I remembered the name. It was like Devil's Perch or something like that. I spent a lot of time grinding bandits for stupid achievements in The Witcher 3. I don't know, but it was one of those things where after going through, the game itself is pretty long, and so going through the rest of the normal stuff and going for achievements that I actually liked and trying to get all the Gwent cards, completing the game on super hard difficulty, all that stuff, I'm like, I don't want to just leave this trash trophy kicking around. It's just going to take me some hours of dumb shit, but I can do it. I ain't got nothing better to do with my time. Might as well get my 50 headshots. I gotta wonder if some people got this naturally. Some people are master marksmen. Maybe I never found the good crossbow.
I guess, but it doesn't sound like it.
I don't think
it just sounded way too unnecessarily tedious.
Yeah, it'd be like getting 50 headshots in Bloodborne or something. Like the pistol's only used for like staggering people. You're not supposed to kill people with it.
But golly, they'll try.
If you tell me to do it, and you give me, I'm pretty sure it was a bronze trophy.
That happens. I didn't actually look up the ratings of these trophies or remember how much gamer score came with the trophies, but
yeah, sometimes the hard ones are like 10. Why'd you waste your time doing this? Said the achievement.
It's 10 because the game has 200. That's why.
They don't do that anymore. There is a time when they're like, you know what? Standardizing this. All games, 1,000 gamer score.
Why? Oh my god. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. What's Xbox doing over there? I noticed that when you get trophies or achievements, now sometimes there's like achievements that have a little diamond next to it.
Oh yeah, I think that's.
Okay.
I feel like that's like an indication of, oh, this one's super rare. You got one of the cool ones. But it's like,
maybe I didn't know if just the game developer was like, this is gonna be hard. So
that would be
here's
cool.
a big diamond for you. other than the fact that we gave you a 100 gamer score for one thing. But trophies are fun. Like, comment, subscribe. Anyway, number 10. What was this? This was the game. What was 12? Tree? Oh, yeah, this was the muscle memory one. The one where you want to... This one isn't so much the muscle memory one. It's just kind of the fun journey. But my number 10 is level 9 S rank. Thumper.
Well done.
It's just... I'm going
level
for
9 S rank.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking level 9
plus.
S plus rank.
Yeah.
That's not it. It's just the normal one.
Yeah.
The normal journey to get there is you're going to play through Thumper, and it's just a rhythm music game, but, it's got a little rating system. The little rating system is just do this segment really well, and we'll give you a nice, shiny yellow square with an S in the middle of it. If not, no yellow, just a letter.
Yeah. You want that full combo or not? It's fine if you don't, but you can.
But you should.
Yeah.
You
It's a rhythm game. Why wouldn't you?
You could for sure get pretty high in the rankings for doing it. I've done it. I'm so high up there. I haven't played it in a while, but what are you gonna do? What's your favorite game of all time? You just keep it on your PlayStation. Maybe that day will come where you're like, you know what? I'm 200th in level 2 plus.
Unacceptable.
Right now. No, I gotta do better than that. I mean, come on. How many turns are there gonna be? Not that many. It's level 2 plus.
How long is level 9?
Level 9's pretty long. I can't remember.
And you gotta get S in like every subsection to get an S
idea
overall,
is,
right?
I haven't talked about the trophy itself. Literally, the idea is that you're gonna get S in every subsection.
Yeah.
S in every subsection. But this is not plus where you have to go straight through endlessly and you can't stop. You don't get that. You can go back to that level and try it again. It's just do this really well.
Oh, okay. So it's like collectively an S.
Yeah, just collectively an S on that level. You can stop and start. It's just get every level, just get an S. And you can start where you want when it's standard game.
Right.
It's very inviting to have you do these trophies. It allows the game to be as hard as it is. That, okay, you're going to do this 50-second segment, and it's going to come at you really fast.
But you can practice that
Just do the turns. Just make sure you fly when you need to. Like, I don't even think you actually have to thump to get S's. Thumping is just good for your score.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was just an interesting journey where you're like, all right, today I'm on 814. Let's get it. And by the end of the day, I would have been through 818. I'm like, that was a good productive day. All right, we'll get back in there.
There's something really satisfying about that. It's kind of like tidying up, but it's like tidying up all your trash scores.
Yeah, it's like the 40 levels from My Friend Pedro.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I got this one. On to the next one.
Yeah, and there's like, I know I can do this, and it's like, I would like to do this. So I like that the game has this structure built for me to easily get this stuff. It's not a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's not the most frustrating platinum in the world because I think it just has those 18 trophies, which are just beat level 1 through 9, 9 trophies. Beat level 1 through 9 S rank, 9 trophies. You have platinum now. That's it.
Yeah,
like
that's all you need for a game like that.
And it formatted it so perfectly because it's just like beat the game, just do it, and then go for the S ranks. I have a friend who went for the S ranks as he was doing it. I'm like, you're playing the game wrong.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just beat the game. Enjoy the game the first time, then go back and do the S ranks. And it is infinitely easier because you've gotten so experienced that when you go from 9 back to 1 that you're like, I'll just crush this.
Yeah, it's like,
easy.
It's funny. It almost reminds me of, I remember talking to somebody about when campaigns became less of a thing in Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and people didn't play them like by themselves. It's really hard for people to make the jump either from medium to hard or hard to expert, because when you go through a campaign, you go through all of it on medium and then you go back to the easy stuff on hard. But when you're just playing it in a party scenario, you're like, this is too easy for me on medium. I guess I'll go up to hard, but you can't do that. You just got to play harder medium songs, and then you can go back and do it on hard. And it's like it would be trying to do the same thing. Like, all right, I just want to grind this one out and just get really good at that. And it's like, no, it's way more efficient to just go through it normally and just figure it out as it's introducing stuff to you, and then go back and know all the things.
It was really smart. I never thought of that. That really was great game design.
Yeah.
Just that fucking list. I'm just thinking of Guitar Hero 3 and how it was just like, all right, I got everything on hard. Okay, go into expert. And it was like, when I went into expert, I think the first 4 tiers were fine.
Yeah.
And then I got to the 5th, and every song fucked me up. I'm like, what the hell? Fuck you, Dead Kennedys. How can you do this to me? Rock You Like a Hurricane, more like rock you the first solo, and you can't do anything after that.
Rock my dick off. Hard Rocks. What was it? Oh yeah, that was what the trophy was called.
Rock Hard.
Rock
is what it's called.
Hard Rocks.
Anyway, that's exactly how Thumper's formatted. It really does just start easy and get progressively harder as it goes. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
Hardest level to do, I'll say this to the end of time. I've talked about the end of the game and how hard it is and how it's blown my goddamn mind. But for sure, the hardest one in the game, it's like the only segment I have, one of the only Thumper segments I have saved in my capture gallery, is 6 Omega. The 6th one fucked me up because the last stage of... I cannot believe that the fucking Omega's name is Kraken. If you go into the fucking lore, it's like, no. I'm not paying attention to this. I'm interpreting this as art. And it's like, be the beetle and defeat Kraken. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm getting existential here. I don't want to talk about it.
This is not the lore I had in mind. This is a different show.
When I'm stressing out listening to the vinyl, I'm not like, haha, I'm gonna
I love Beatles.
thump at that Kraken.
Oh yeah, this was when the beetle thumps the Kraken. You can hear it.
That's what I got from trying. That's how I remember it. But I just remember that there is this off rhythm that continues going, and I have it like twice where I got all the way to the end and it just kept getting me, and then I didn't get the last note.
Oh my god.
Pause,
dude.
end, and then you have to go through fucking 4 stages of the boss. I'm like, why?
Heartbreaking.
And that was the one that was one of those moments where, you know, you're there with your girlfriend. She's like, just put the game down. It's time to go to dinner. Can we stop?
Oh
like,
no.
I'm so close.
That's the worst when you're holding people back and they're like, but I can't.
It's fucking muscle memory. I cannot stop. I have to beat this now. And then
it'll take me more time if I have to do it later. But it's like, we can't do this right now.
I got that one. And you know what? I did get 9+ since the last time I talked
Hell
about
yeah.
it. And it was 125,000 points worse than my best run.
Congratulations.
And I'm like, I don't care. I did it. I made it through 9+.
Yeah.
Which we didn't describe it, but real quick, like 9+, there are no checkpoints. You have to go all the way through it. You take 2 hits. It's way harder to recover your life. Plus is the only one that I go for in the world because it's hard. You have to keep going through it. And it's why, like, my 9 time it was 41st in the world the last time I checked because it was so hard. And I didn't even make it all the way through.
How long is 9S? Or 9+?
It's like 30 to 35 minutes.
Jesus.
And even the hardest part about it was that, because it's like 27 levels. And the last level, because it fucks with time, I remember I was on the last stage of it. The way a boss works, if you don't hit all the things, you just have to go back through it again.
That's right.
And I went through it, I think it was 15 times.
Oh my god.
And I'm just sitting forward on my couch like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Oh, I thumped too quick because I forgot about the time shift.
Yeah.
But I did it. And
Nice.
That's what's important.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, my number 10 is...
You're number 9, I think.
You're right. My number 9 is not my number 10. My number 9, it's a Rainbow Six Siege one. It's one of the old ones.
Yeah. Can't even get it now. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, this is one of the... They had a bunch of terrorist hunt achievements, and even though they recently made terrorist hunt like 60 FPS and not slow and terrible,
They made it great.
they moved out all the shitty achievements for it that we spent a stupid amount of time on.
I know what it's gonna be. Where you even say it?
No, you might be surprised. I put 100 defenses on, because that was the last one that I got.
I'm surprised.
There were a few of
That's
them.
true. We really did have to just keep doing it.
100 defenses is hard, and it's long.
100 defenses is hard. You always have to like do all that annoying stuff, and I mean, there's a bed on Presidential Plane. You just put the Tachanka gun down.
Yeah, for the penetration kills, yeah.
We go for the penetration kills. Even that one's out of date. Tachanka doesn't have a gun anymore.
Yeah.
He just carries it around. You don't have a person who's Doc and then somebody else who just puts the fucking gun down.
Yeah, I mean, going back to when I was asking you about your Saints Row 4000 superpower kills, this was one of those 100 defenses. Well, what do? Every time, because we weren't always doing this together. I wanted to make progress on this.
For
on my own.
sure we did.
You got to pick Doc so you can pick yourself back up.
One person has to be Doc.
I always had P90 on the front of the plane so I could see the terrorists walking up this long straight staircase, step out and shoot a bunch of them, walk back into the room and see like through a hole, like the one other way that they could come from, and just shoot them from that as well. And it was just a lot of that. A lot of watching down. Sometimes I would throw a C4 on the stairs if I'm feeling bored, and then pick up some ammo and get another one.
Doc
Did he have a
had-
C4?
He shouldn't.
Maybe I'm forgetting something.
You could have
I mean,
been.
this is
You could have
before
been
impact
somebody
grenades.
else. That's true. It is before impact grenades, but you could have been somebody else, and I could have been Doc.
Yeah, maybe it was
This
like
is
Valk.
what was pretty good. Maybe you were Rook. That's how
Rook,
you got
yeah.
the P90. Valk probably would have been good. For some reason, I don't remember us sticking to somewhere for defense. I feel like I just remember us jumping around. I got a great, vivid image in my head of 2F Hereford Base. The one room that had two windows out, and then it was
Like that
Or I
side
think it was-
closet as well.
No, I think I'm thinking 3F actually, where there's two windows and then there's the big hallways to the other side of the building. It's hard to remember Hereford Base.
Yeah, because this is...
they really stuck it to. It's easier for me to remember because the last time an event came over, they had the original maps, and I'm like, Hereford Base,
Classic Hereford.
classic, fuck yeah! Oh my god, thank God they fixed this. This is
Yeah.
a mess.
That's what it was like. They had the Legacy event, and we played all the maps as they were when we were playing 3 years or 5 years ago, maybe at this
5
point.
years ago, yeah.
And after like one or two matches, we're like, okay, I'm glad none of these are in unranked, because people will just... You're really exposed a lot of the time from obvious points.
Like, look at this shelf. You can just see from the outside through the shelf in the house. Don't stand there.
Oh, you guys all crowded around the garage? Have a C4. Fuck house. Fuck old house. People keep clamoring. They're like, they ruined new house. And I'm like, old house sucked. I think it was cool. It was cool when everybody was learning it, right?
Yeah.
That was cool. And it's like, especially when it was, this is the new Rainbow Six. This is how it's gonna go. Here's this house. This is what the gameplay is like. It was awesome. And then it's like people started figuring out, okay, it's like, okay, I know what the devs had in mind, but it's way easier to win rounds by just doing this and that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, house needs a rework.
Yeah. Those reworks really just allowed people to move outside of those boxes and figure better, greater ways to traverse things.
Do you think they're gonna rework Presidential Plane?
We made this joke yesterday. Of course not. That thing is a broken nightmare.
Anyways, I think it's a cool thing to have in the books, having achievements that have changed.
Yeah.
There are a few games that we've played where they've had to change the achievements because, I mean, games are evolving a lot more than they were when, you know, we started playing games, or even when we started gaining achievements, right?
Yeah.
Games are now, instead of just a game that you'll play and done with, it's something that persists for years and years, and they iterate on top of it. And sometimes they have to change how the achievements are. And sometimes you're like, should you have had this as an achievement in the first place? Should you have had to do 100 defenses? Not even just 100 matches.
Yeah, it was
There
specifically
was only
100
one type
defense.
of defense, too.
Yeah.
Protect hostage.
I think the funny thing is that Kyler really did come up with, he figured it out how to do it really well. It's like, don't reinforce the walls. Let them blow the walls, then reinforce the walls.
Oh my god, brilliant.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
He did it the last time we had to get like that for the Ubi Connect of the week. Was the only people were defense people.
Yeah.
So we just picked the 2 defense people, and he's like, no, don't reinforce yet. Let him blow it up. And I'm like, that's fucking next level, dude.
Where would we be without him?
Kyle, this video's for you, man.
Don't go for these achievements. They don't exist.
A, don't go for these. B, we'll get that ranked team together. We'll get you those flawless wins that we didn't have to do.
The plat's coming, man. The plat's on the way.
It's a two-way street with this one. We had to do really stupid stuff that Kyler doesn't have to do, but now he has to do very different stupid stuff that's going to be annoying as shit.
Oh, well, we'll get there.
At least
then he'll have fun plat stories.
At least he's already got meat wall. That's what's important.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yay for crossover game. We did it.
Yeah.
This one won't be a crossover.
Okay.
This one's just a fun memory. A fun memory that you shared in.
Nice.
Because we were just sitting around the living room, having a good time, watching as I decide to get Dog Nation level 15 Undertale.
Oh my god, I remember. Yeah. This is just like a fun event.
Yeah, this was... I don't even remember what
gang hanging out.
like what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
You were just there, and I had on a little screen in the corner. I'm playing Undertale, and I'm saving up gold because there's a thing where you can put. I swear, it's 1 gold at a time in that box.
Well, it's because Undertale was originally a PC game, and I don't think there were achievements when it released on console. It's like, well, you gotta have achievements now. Weren't they all that?
They were all. No, this was like 60% of them were the Dog Nation levels.
Donate 1 coin at a time.
And it was donate 1 coin at a time. I think it was in multiples of 2. So at the end, you had to eventually get 256 coins into this box, 1 coin at a time. And it just made the room a little bit more elaborate.
Yeah, every however many, 10, 25, or 50 something, it's like, what's going to be the next thing?
So you exit the room, you come back in, and you find the thing in the room, and it's not anything that advances the gameplay.
No.
It's not anything that you can use. It's just decoration for a room where the guy just says, donate?
Yeah, and none of this was in the original release. I never saw this room.
Maybe. I'd figure that maybe it was just there and maybe you just didn't see it.
It could be.
Or maybe you just donated and you were like, I'm not going to donate. I'm going to hold on to my gold.
And who knows when I'm going to need this.
This trophy
Gotta buy
was...
some spider cookies.
Did that help?
Yeah.
Did she like not fight you if you bought some
there's a boss later on where they're like, no, wait, this person bought from our bake sale.
Oh.
And I'm like, nice.
That's
I did
great.
buy from that bake sale.
I think that he shows up multiple times at bake sale, and I think I just did it once, and that wasn't enough. So the 2 times I played the game, I had to. But
Yeah.
anyway, you're just putting coins into a box, and this room gets more advanced.
Yeah, what
And-
did they add? They added like a tube man, right? Wacky Wild and
Oh yeah, there was a Wacky Wild too. That's the thing is like I'm just trying to remember. There's like an awning that they added to the box. The box like changed colors at one point.
There was music playing, and it was like a record.
That's the one thing was that there was music playing, and like you could go up to every item and it would have like a text description. But the music one, it was like,
oh yeah,
play faster.
Play faster.
And we're like, okay. And I think it was like 30 minutes where I just kept slowly playing it faster, and it did get to a point where it was just as fast as it was gonna go, and I hit it like 3 times. And I'm like, all right, let's go put some more coins in that box. And I think Rowan was like, it sucks that you made the music so fast. So now we just have to listen to you as you're putting this in like one at a time. It's just an event.
Yeah. It's just like a fun.
It's just like, look at me, I'm getting the platinum for
Undertale.
Did I say Overwatch?
Overtale.
Toby
Underwatch.
Fox, next game. It's a shame that there just wasn't a sped up version of that on the vinyl that I got.
You got to do it manually, dude.
I got that. I got a technical.
Just start spinning the table.
Like under the turntable. It does say to put your turntable on a flat, steady surface. So maybe you could Is that what DJs do? They just move the whole table.
That's the first person that discovered record scratching as a musical concept was because somebody just bumped into the table and they're like, "Whoa, do that again!"
Ooh.
Starts going faster. That's good. I like that. I don't have that. I don't think I ever played Undertale on
I don't think you played it on
system.
PS4.
Yeah. But I did play this fun indie game on PS4.
Whoa.
It's Duck Game. It's Crush 50 Ducks. Flat top intervention.
Of course. Oh my god, I forgot.
Crush
your,
50 Ducks.
Your fucking godlike talent.
Duck Game, if you don't know, it's a game where you and up to 3 other people are dropped into an environment where there are weapons, and you just try and kill the other ducks before they kill you. Each round can last 5 or 50 seconds, right? Just depends.
If you don't know about it, we're a little ashamed. We talked about this game 4 years ago and 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's definitely come up a few times. And, you know, on all those maps, you can pick up guns, or you can pick up boxes, pick up rocks, pick up end tables, pick up shoes.
Throw the shoes at people.
And it's just, you know, you could throw them. Sometimes they'll land on their head. Sometimes they'll slide off an edge right onto where somebody was. And it was just, if there's not a weapon that I think is fun, I think it would be most fun to just throw the rocks.
It's for sure maximum disrespect.
Yeah,
and that's
like,
what was so fucking great about
whenever
it.
you get killed by getting crushed, it's like, you can't be mad about it, but you are. It's like, I can't believe I fucking died to that.
Exactly. Immediate disappointment in yourself is what it is. You know that your friend feels as proud as possible, and you lowest of lows.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, we played the game a lot, and then at some point it just showed up, and we're like, oh my god, it's there! He did it! It was a celebration. I love that trophy. I mean, that game's got some weird trophies.
It for sure does.
Some like impossible tier shit. But I got this one, and it happened organically.
Yeah.
Didn't have to boost.
Is there boost?
I'm sure you could just
plug
in a second
you can
controller.
plug in a second. Yeah, we did do this just by playing the game enough, because that's how much we played Duck Game.
Yeah.
It's fun. I also, in the past, you may have seen it, but I did upload a very, very perfect video of of a like 1 minute and 15-second round that for sure is way too long for any Duck Game round.
Yeah.
It's called Patience is the Key to Victory.
Crush 50 Ducks is the key to victory.
And it's Calvin doing his best by being trapped in a room.
What a good game. What fun mechanics.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this one is so different to the 50 headshots one. It's, neither are things that you're going to go for, really.
But it's 50 headshots? I don't even remember that.
No, it's in Witcher 3.
Oh.
It's like
50 headshots in Duck Game.
No, it's like you look at both of them side by side and they seem really similar, but it's like one is just miserable and the other one is like everything that would increment you, get you closer to that is a hype moment.
Yeah. All 50, always good. What I was pretty good with in terms of crushing people, I was always a straight up and down man.
Oh yeah,
I would
always
get boxes on the springs. That's one thing. But what I was thinking is, like, I'd get a jetpack, and then I'd get a rock.
That's right.
And I'd fly as high as I could when I was outside of the screen, straight up and down.
Yeah.
And then I would just be down there, and then I'll just.
There's definitely.
Like, where the fuck did that come from?
There have been a bunch of like 1v1s where somebody picks up a rock and accidentally throws it like straight up, hits themselves. Self-crush.
Somebody gets somebody as a chicken. Gets the crush. And I'd be like, hey, I helped with that kill. Never say chicken. It's a cooked duck. It just looks like a chicken.
Chick game. All right, you're up.
We need 15. Of course we do. That's the appropriate number. Anyway, last time I was on a memory that we shared together. This is another memory that we shared together. It's a trophy that I misunderstood until I learned what I was actually supposed
God.
to do. We're talking about changing lanes, Far Cry 4.
Yeah, yep.
So changing lanes is to get a takedown from the passenger seat.
A vehicle takedown.
A vehicle takedown from the passenger seat. Now, sometimes I just don't read, and I just kind of go for it. I'm like, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do this the way I want. So Far Cry 4, my favorite Far Cry game personally, has gyrocopters. And for some reason, I thought vehicle takedown equaled jump off the gyrocopter and get a death from above, because there was a vehicle involved in the process. So clearly this is going to count. So
and it's also like super fucking cool.
So Calvin, can you just hover like 75 feet above this guy? Okay, I'm going to jump off now. Oh, I died. Hey, can you get down here and get me? And then they'd fucking fire arrow or gas tank and you'd blow up. And then we would have to go back and get a gyrocopter, get back in there, try it again. I think we had 2 or 3 failed attempts. And then I did it. I landed on him. I got that knife right in neck. No
Nothing.
trophy.
What? What?
Like, you fucking came in, you're like, what?
There was so much effort. How is that not it?
That was the coolest thing ever, and it didn't work.
Did we try it twice?
Yeah.
Just to make sure. We're like,
I was
okay,
like,
maybe it was a fluke.
You know, this game's got buggy moments.
Yeah.
Let's just try and
Didn't
fix this.
register it.
No, okay. Well, hold on.
Hey, wait a minute.
What if you just get a car, and then I'll just jump out? All of this, for the record, is on the channel. All of this experience is in our Far Cry videos. I think it's episodes 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers. It's in 7. At the start of 8, I was like, wait, just drive up to that car. Oh, look, there's a car of bad guys. And then what happened was I did it, and there were 2 people in the car. So I killed the first guy, and then I kicked the second guy, and then died. But it was before I was able to kick the first guy and kill him. It was like, trophy. And I'm like, oh, there we go. That's easy.
We made it way harder than it needed to be.
But
Should have been a
fun memory.
trophy.
You know what I always think about with Far Cry 4? And I know this is totally related, but elephants.
I don't remember using him.
You get on and then you just flip people's cars.
Okay.
You just hit the buck button and it's just it's gone. The thing will flip like ATVs especially, just like 15 times.
I hope
gone,
the
guy
person on
instantly
the
dead.
ATV stayed on while it's like flipping over. They didn't have like a getting launched off animation.
Didn't you automatically fall off if you fucking flipped the thing?
I don't remember. We had one where our head went under the map for a second because I landed off a cliff on our head. Were there any elephant-related trophies? Flip 20 cars?
Yeah, I think there was it was kill 15 people on an elephant.
Nice.
There's capture gallery footage for sure of me just fucking going down the road like, oh look, golden path. What was, I don't care. Favorite Far Cry game? Don't remember the names of the factions.
It's whatever.
I was Anjay Gale. That's all it matters.
Anjay. All right. My number 7 is a fun overlap. My number 7 is Overwatch. My number 7 is The Floor is Lava. That was the one I decided to include.
Hell yeah. That's the fucking fun one.
Yeah. Get 3 killing blows while wall riding as Lucio without dying in quick or competitive play. I got mine on Numbani.
That's a great map for that. A lot of right angles. At the start.
I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact the last kill wasn't a launch off the edge. It was just I was wall riding. There was somebody in the room and I just L2 killed them. They were at low health.
What do you mean L2 killed them? R2 just fired the gun.
L2 is like the boosh.
Oh, you
and they just had such
death.
little health.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
When we looked at the Overwatch trophies, there were 5 or so that were like, this is gonna be hell.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to. And going back to the Siege discussion, there were a couple that got modified. Some because, what are they? The heroes changed. Almost said operators. Like the Symmetra 3 teleporters one, that's not valid anymore. I remember going for that and thinking, nice, I finally got it. That was a pain in the ass because it's like, what are the odds you're against a good Symmetra that puts down 3 teleporters without switching? You destroy 2 and they're like, wow, 2 ults wasted. I don't want to play this character anymore. A lot of it was just, wow, I hope the enemies play into what I need them to do. And
you hope that they are a literal main and also complete trash at it.
Symmetra one shot. I'm gonna start up my Twitch channel. Here we go. The road to plat, Symmetra only. Oh, my teleporter's gone. It's like
this fucking Windle guy keeps fucking coming out of nowhere, killing my teleporters. What the fuck?
I'm trying to think. Like
Symmetra only, bronze. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there was Rapid Discord, which I thought about putting on, and I didn't want to. I could have put the last one that I got, which is the Genji deflections, but I mean, some of those were just like, just right place, right time. Is this really that cool? But like, Lucio, you definitely had to be skilled as a Lucio player, or get super, super duper lucky, which I didn't get. I just got normal lucky, and after enough playing, it was just enough wall riding and shooting people. And I want to say, this is a billion times harder on a controller than on mouse and keys.
Yeah.
You aim way easier wall riding with a mouse and keyboard than you would with a controller. Because unless you change your stick format or you claw, you would look with the stick with your right thumb and hold the wall ride button with the same button. So it's like, I would be talking to people and they're like, yeah, I switched jump to L3. And I'm like, that makes sense, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I clawed it. I'm a big claw fan. I hit the X button with my index finger wrapped around. I started that from Crackdown, and it's coming to play so handy.
What did you do in Crackdown that required a claw?
A lot of jumping, and I always just want to keep jumping, and as I land, I want to prepare my jump to the next place. So, and you need to hold down the jump button for a bigger jump. So while I'm holding jump with my index finger, I would aim and look around to where the next orb is with right stick.
I'm trying to think of all the instances where I clawed. Because I clawed Mercy.
I don't know why.
Because I used the gun more than anyone. I'm like, I can help. I'm not some basic bitch. I'm gonna
battle Mercy.
Attack Mercy.
Damage boost myself, please.
This is how Overwatch can be paladins in 2 steps. 1 claw, 2 pistol. Done. That's it.
What were the other weird ones? I spent a good amount of trouble
with double shot or scatter shot.
Yeah, they changed that. No scatter arrow anymore.
Yeah, there is no scatter arrow. You had to kill. Yeah, I think it
was 2.
I think they turned it into like
rapid
3
fire.
kills with 1 rapid fire.
Yeah, yeah, they turned into Shaolin's ult.
Shaolin.
Maybe not his ult.
Not his ult. The button. It's the same thing. See, now Overwatch is copying paladins. Who's the big man now? You have
the Reaper.
You have Reaper
3 without reloading. That was pretty tough.
None of Maze. Instant. Very easy.
What?
Maze.
Oh, Maze. I was thinking like a hedge maze. I was like, what?
That was my favorite map in Overwatch. I don't know where you play.
That would be an incredible map, except for Pharah's. But
the only thing I ever remember was once at our college they had like one of those like goofy, like inflatable laser tag things. It was like one of those.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I won because it was kind of a maze, and I just hid in a corner. And like Rob would run by and I'd shoot him, and then somebody else would run by and I'd shoot him. They're like, I was just thinking while I'm sitting in this corner, nobody's just coming for me.
I definitely remember being in that and getting like not last but close to last, and running by you a lot and getting shot. I should have done that.
Boop, 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 boop.
It was hot in there.
It was. Good memories, though.
Good memories.
Shoot Calvin 3 times
without dying.
In a maze without dying. Not on this list.
There are no laser tag achievements on this list. I'm sorry to say. There's also no whirly ball achievements.
Oh my god. COVID's close to over. That's it, man. I'm taking a camera and a trip to Whirly Ball, and I'm just gonna I'll just mount an iPhone to my chest and just play Whirly Ball.
Number 7?
What fun. Number 7, Whirly Ball. Yeah. Keep batting back and forth with that slight overlap. I know that you said that Duck Game had some weird trophies, and I got a total of 1 trophies. Because you didn't get trophies if you were signed in on somebody else's.
That's right.
It just gave it to the first person. So mine, fun, enjoyable time, was Basement Dweller.
What is Basement Dweller?
Unlock the basement in the arcade room.
That's right.
Which is just do that dumb trial shit, do a lot of it, and that game had a lot of inventive, fun trials. So
yeah, I really like that.
I
It's surprisingly satisfying single-player content for Duck Game.
Yeah. And the wicked thing was, kind of like some games that add those random, like, extra
Challenge
single-player
mode.
challenge stuff. It did help you in the real game.
That's right.
Because, for sure, one of my favorites was the hook shot
The grapple hook one with the shotgun.
Yeah.
That one was so good.
Grapple hook shotgun, and then it would have these, like, extra challenges where they're like, okay, well, now the floor is all spikes.
Yeah. Still grapple, just don't land.
Yeah, grapple, but you have to keep zipping around. Mm-hmm. And now every time we get like a new friend over and there's a grapple hook one, I'm like, I'm winning this one.
Yeah, it's like there's that one map where it's like you could take the jetpack or get
Or
the
you
grapple.
could have fun.
There's a sign that says hard and it points to the grapple, and I'm like, yes, please. I'll crush people with rocks with a grappling hook,
Like,
or
come on.
myself.
Like, do you know how much Titanfall 2 I played in my life? I know exactly where I'm zipping to, and I know how to control it. And it's wicked for like a side view when you're trying to do this grapple. It just swings really interesting.
Mm-hmm. The shotgun really messes with your trajectory, so you have to make sure that you're playing with that in mind. Yeah, it was really
You
good.
get a lot better. Like other good ones, there's the one where you just get the slow guns, and there's just teleporters.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
How many? You got to get X kills.
you got to get X
before you
kills.
kill yourself.
So the idea is that you want to fill the entire screen with those, but you also want to make yourself a path so that you can get around them. And then there's like, they put in like decoys that you're just getting kills with, and they don't move.
Yeah.
And some of them are low, so it's like you can't just keep shooting them at neutral. You got to shoot some low so you kill them, and then you also have to account for. And I mean, I remember you got them coming both directions.
Yeah,
and
you shoot
low,
the gun
high.
and it blasts you back into the teleporter, into the shot that you just made. And you're like, I shouldn't have done that. How much you like Chainsaw Race?
Chainsaw Race. much silly, but that's part of it, is that they always had like bronze, silver, gold, platinum.
Yeah.
And then those rankings allowed you to get farther in through, and that's how you got the key to the basement.
Yeah, you had to get enough, like each bronze 1 point, silver 2 point, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you got like a specific number of points based on how well you did in the challenges. So like all of these, you'd be like, oh, well, I silvered that. Let's see if I can maybe get a gold, maybe a platinum if I.
Yeah,
do this
I'm really
wrong.
good at this one, and I'm trash at this other one. So I'm just gonna really focus in on this one because I can probably get plat.
Yeah. What other ones were there? Oh my god, the shooting one. The one with the gun. In order to traverse a map, you have to get to the end, and you just had to shoot the gun fast enough that it would shoot you backwards.
Yeah.
And I could play that one twice in a row, and then my finger hurt like fucking hell. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm not Matt. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Stop. And you'd have to like mash the duck so that you would go under and keep shooting, and there were spikes everywhere, so you had to control it. Yeah, there was a weird amount of tech in that one. Like, there was another one with an AK where you were jumping around and shooting.
Yeah, those are all great.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Duck Game. Thanks. ASG. Adult Swim Games. Thank you, Adult Swim Games.
Oh, yes, thank you.
We appreciate your random silly game.
All right, my number 6. Kind of some lore behind this. I think in 2005, Dead Rising was released. Dead Rising had an achievement killing, I don't know the exact number, but I want to guess it's 53,594 zombies. In that game, you spend 3 days in a mall, and if you wanted to go and do all of that, you would have to really focus on doing that.
Yeah.
A couple years later, Left 4 Dead came out, and they had an achievement for killing 53,595 zombies, something like that.
Like one extra?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't get it. I feel like I got like 30,000 kills. I made some pretty good progress in Left 4 Dead achievements, but was never able to finish them all off. But in Rock Band 3, there was a trophy called, in Dead Rising, it was Homicidal Maniac, and this is Hopocidal Maniac. H-O-P-O, hammer-on, pull-off. Oh. Kill 53,596 hammer-ons and pull-offs. I actually made a playlist specifically for this. I didn't need to. I feel like I would have naturally gotten it.
Put enough time into that game, you would have gotten it. But that's interesting.
You know, it had My Name is Jonas. It had Buster Voodoo, Hysteria, Triplette, Panic Attack, maybe Painkiller. I was just like, get me 10 or 20 songs that just have a lot of hammer-ons, and I'll just, you know.
You didn't put Less Talk More Rock in there?
I might have. I don't know.
Should have.
I don't.
You should have.
Let me find. Oh, I don't even have my PS3 here. I wish I could go back and look it up and see what specifically is on there. I know there was one. There was a similar one for bass, but it was like 12,000, and I just did the same playlist.
And you just did Hysteria every time.
It was great. But yeah, it was. I just love Rock Band, and I think I wonder how many people would have gotten this. I wonder how long it would take if you were on hard versus expert. And I also wonder how much longer it would have taken me if I didn't like specifically try for this. But it was kind of fun. That game had decent tracking. You could see stats and progression on challenges. And so it was like, wow, I'm 5,000 closer. This is way easier than trying to kill 53,000 zombies. I remember seeing here's a tactic to make it easy in Left 4 Dead. You can spawn a boomer and stay in the safe house and have the boomer vomit on you, and then a horde will come and all they could do is stick their hands through the doors and you can just shoot their hands. I'm like, this is slow. This is not happening. This one I got. I'll hit those hammer-ons. I wonder if I got 53,000 hammer-ons in Rock Band 4. Probably not. Maybe. It's
been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been like 5 years since Rock Band 4 came out.
Yeah, and it's like Rock Band 4 was the Rock Band on PS4.
Yeah.
On PS3, I was switching between 2 and 3.
Oh my god.
At least partly.
I think they're going to come out with a PS5 one.
Dude, I don't know. Is Rock Band 4 just naturally backwards compatible? Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is Xbox going to allow like backwards compatibility for like Beatles Rock Band? That would be kind of cool. I wish stats like this, like I love like arbitrary stats and just like progression stuff. If there was just like a total notes hit, total songs completed, that sort of shit, I would love that. I would love to see how many hammer-ons and pull-offs I've hit since 2015 or whatever, but I'll just imagine that it's over 53,000 and I could have gotten this again. Maybe they'll have one where it's like 53,000 snare hits. I don't know.
I was gonna say, how many pull-offs do you had on drums? How many times have you pulled the bass pedal off the ground in order to replace it? Where's the staff for that?
Yeah, I need a tally for bass drum pedal breaks.
Overhits.
I've broken at least 5 pedals.
Bass pedal breaks. I'm doing pretty well with my metal one. Like,
That's pretty good.
It's still going. I know you snapped yours in half, but
yeah, I have in order to hit it fast, I would just hit the ball of my foot down, and it would just be right in the middle where there was no support. And so I would just go through a couple pedals because I was hitting them in the weakest possible part over and over and over. I think it snapped, like, we were playing, and it was like 1 minute into the Camera Eye by Rush. And we're like, okay, I guess we're not going to play this 9-minute song.
I mean, you could just, hit that sentence real quick.
Oh, but it's so lame. I hate
auto kick's terrible.
Yeah.
It
just feels like you're not, I don't know.
You're not, I get it. You're not immersed.
Mm-hmm.
It really just takes you out of the experience of fucking hating your life instantly.
I remember I saw some like custom charts on YouTube. Like somebody's like, they charted Octavarium on drums. And it's like, that'd be great. And I tried to like play along with it. like just watching it and then hitting what I had, and it's like, this isn't the same. This isn't satisfying at all. It's like I know that I'm not playing it when I'm like playing the game. I'm not playing actual drums, and I'm not actually making the sounds that are in the song. But like when I'm watching a YouTube video, there's an extra layer of this is definitely not me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find a way. They had the that Twitch Sings thing, so we'll figure out how to get that.
Twitch Sings is gone, dude.
Really?
Yeah, there was a big kerfuffle last year with a
Copyright?
bunch of DMCA stuff on Twitch. So it's like Twitch is like, we want Harmonix to make a karaoke game, and then a year later they're like, we don't actually want anybody to do karaoke unless like they have expressed written consent by the license holders. It's
Terrible.
like, yeah, it's people are still kind of up in arms about that because it sucks.
Yeah,
It's like the same kind of DMCA shit that you got to deal with for YouTube.
kind of. I should be able to control it. Like, I need to not be
Yeah.
responsible. I think you're doing a good job of it.
Yeah,
I
it's
see
just,
a lot of-
I'm very small.
I see a lot. Oh, okay.
There's like I can go into my Twitch videos and it's like, you have 0 DMCA copyright claims. And like, I could. They just haven't noticed. Shh, nobody say anything.
I feel like it seems like at this point they should have probably figured out how to automate that.
Yeah,
just
I don't
like
know.
YouTube.
I don't know how that works. Sometimes you get hit, sometimes you don't. Maybe it's like a size thing.
I guess I got a friend who keeps using fucking Spotify royalty-free Twitch. It's like the name.
Yeah, Twitch
of,
friendly.
It's literally the
Yeah.
name of the
The playlist.
playlist. I'm like, that just sounds lame. Anyway, I could watch other people's streams, but
Yeah.
at Windlenut, that's the only one I watch. Number 6 is a game I like a lot. It's a game called Enter the Gungeon. The one I chose was Last Stop. That's the one where, you know, right out of the gate when you play the game and then the bullet goes away,
Yeah.
you can just go right into that hole.
Oh.
And there's a man at the bottom of it.
Oh, you can go.
And
You can go into it.
You can go into that. It actually does not take damage. You will take damage if you're on any other floor.
Okay.
But if you're on the first floor, they'll be like, I could power this thing to the second floor. Just give me this. So what you do is you go in and you get that much, and then you bring it back to him, and he's like, oh, good job. And then a couple rounds later, he's like, oh, I can take you to the third floor. Why don't you give me this? And then it progressively gets harder, and it was the start of the journey for me with Enter the Gungeon, saying, this game is so complex.
Oh yeah.
Like, I never thought that Enter the Gungeon was going to have so many layers. Last Stop was the one where I realized that.
Yeah, it sort of uncovered just how much is going on.
Yeah. Like, I don't even really remember what all of those Last Stop goals were. Mm-hmm. I remember one was like, get me 180 casings. I'm like, good God, that means I'm going to have to, like, spend money on nothing.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And I got it to him, and, you know, the run didn't go well, but I got a little bit farther into the elevator. Mm-hmm. And then there was one, like, it might have been the last one, where it's just, I want to see you with all but one of the master rounds amount of health. And I was like, shit. I don't think I can pull that off. I did.
Nice.
And, like, the funny thing about this one is, I swear, this trophy was, like, I had to be, like, 20% into getting the trophies in this game. And I got this one. And I was like, well, what else can we do? Steal 10 things?
If I could do this, what can't I do?
I don't even know what to... Enter the Gungeon, man. It's like my favorite roguelike. It's so good. You just keep playing. Keep finding more guns. Keep buying stuff outside of the Gungeon itself. Just on that floor. Just keep advancing. Not only are you getting better things that make the game easy, you're also getting better at the game in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, watching footage of me, I'm just like, nah, I'm not scared of this. I'm just hopping around. What, there's 2 of the beholster? Nah, I don't care. Oh, man, that's a fun one. Like, that'll show up at some point where I show what happens when you beat the glitched beholster, where there's just 2 of them. Like, the beholster's the big eye guy.
Yeah, with a big beam. And
he just splits into 2, and you have to fight 2 at the same time. Not like the twins, who have half health split.
Yeah.
Just 2 beholsters.
This is like Master Hand, Crazy Hand.
Oh, yeah. And, like, when you get done with it, you get, like, 9 things.
Oh,
there's like fucking 9 pillars. I'm like, oh my god.
What do you do to even get to that point? Because it's not like a
Random
normal
glitch.
boss.
Just happens.
Oh.
It's a random glitch boss. It's just out of nowhere, like, you know.
Huh.
For some reason, I was gonna say it's like finding a shiny Pokemon. It's a little bit more common than that.
They just run.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I did an 80-hour fucking Nuzlocke. See one shiny Pokemon. A Pokemon that knew Whirlwind. Like, fuck me.
Fucking prank, dude. Shine on.
It didn't even look good. It was a fucking,
What was it?
It was a Hariyama.
I don't know this.
It's 3rd gen. It's like a big fight guy.
Hariyama?
He looks like a big... There's like... I can't remember the name of it. Played so much. I think it's called like Makita. It's just like a yellow dude with boxing gloves.
That's right. I do remember him.
And then he turns into a bigger guy who has like, you know, like
Boxing chops?
Yeah, like the SpongeBob episode with the fucking big hands.
The kung fu foam hands.
He looks like that. And that was shiny. I'm like, this doesn't look
He
great.
knows Whirlwind?
Yeah. He learns Whirlwind when he gets to like level 36 or
Okay.
something.
Because he can move his hands really fast in there.
He's like... it stirs you up. And you're gone. Yeah, no, Enter the Gungeon just has... It's just a game of layers and so many things that you can just do.
Yeah.
That, like, you never thought you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's... I don't like using words like this, but it's gamer intuition, where I'm just like, well, what if I do this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I just unlocked a fucking random place. I thought this guy didn't do anything. But now I'm fighting him. He's in a big plane. Die.
I think I have trash gamer intuition. Like, I'm very bad at thinking outside of the box. I'm just very good at, game tells me do thing, I will do thing. And only thing. So, it's fun whenever you tell me another, like, layer of Gungeon or something else, or maybe even Necrodancer. I'm like, oh, huh, that's really cool.
Maybe.
It's like non-linear progression. Like, it's interesting how progression works in roguelikes, because it's like you're doing the same sort of thing, but obviously everything is different. And you're making progression, and there's tangible progression, intangible progression, stuff that you'll notice, stuff you won't notice. It's really interesting to think about, even if I don't play any of them.
You know, different strokes. Anyway, what you meant to say was execution test.
I love me an execution test.
You want game that makes you execute.
Yep.
And I mean, not particularly like get the bunch of eggs. I mean, perform more.
Eggs of cute.
Eggs of cute.
Shiny execute test.
Yeah. What does that even look like?
Whirlwind. Explode.
It's fucking hell.
Explosion on your Nuzlocke. The shiny's gone. Your Pokemon's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh god, imagine.
Oh, I don't want to start imagining. I'm gonna get to those points in a fucking Nuzlocke where I run into something with self-destruct and be like, no, my god, no! It's okay. The one I'm working on right now, I already don't have my starter, so
Sick.
What do I have to lose? Togetic, fuck you.
All right, moving on. We're at 5, right?
Sure.
All right, my number 5. I mentioned this in the plats, but this didn't actually contribute to any plats. It is DLC trophy for Crash Bandicoot 1 from the Insane Trilogy. An Ancient Antiquity, Do Hard Time, which is on the bonus level, Stormy Ascent.
Stormy Ascent. Yep.
Get a gold or plat, which is at least faster than 4 minutes 30 seconds, which already 4 minutes and 30 seconds for a level in Crash that you theoretically don't stop on, right? You just want to go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
That's really long. And that game was before you had dashing, crouch jump, the high jump, any of the double jump. You just had jump and spin. And this was one of those 2D levels where you're on the side of a building and you just gotta scale it. And I don't know why I decided to do it. I think part of it was just I already got everything. I might as well go through this. And I guess I'm fine with that sort of challenge, right?
Yeah.
It's very isolated, and it seemed very much like its own sort of thing. It's just Here's this one level. First try and beat it, and then try and beat it quickly or whatever. I mean, it took some hours. But after a while, I got it, and it was like, nice. I don't anticipate going back to it. I don't anticipate really going back to Crash 1. I don't really care much for Crash 1. I don't know. It was really hard, and I can't imagine anyone else getting it.
Yeah, it's just a sick time trial.
Yeah.
4.5 minutes is a nightmare. I
Yeah.
don't want to think about that.
And yeah, it was definitely one of those like cycle-based things where platforms are moving left and right. You gotta wait for them to get close enough, or stairs are in, or they're slopes, or I don't know. I liked it enough. It's weird because I was playing Crash 4 lately, and that's a game that is pretty hard, and they have some pretty long levels, and I think that game works pretty well. And it made me think, like, what makes a time trial or like a 3D platformer like this something that's worthwhile to play for me, right? I think I just like time trials in general. I like the feeling of I probably just play games as fast as I can anyways. Like, I want to, like, given the restraints that I give myself, right? Like, when I'm playing Dishonored, it's not like I'm just going straight to the end, right? But it's like, okay, I want to get this achievement, this, and this. I'm going to play with these restraints, so I'm going to just naturally play the most optimal way, or like whatever I feel like would be efficient. And then for a game that has these time trials, it's like, okay, are you actually efficient? Is the way that you're playing like as fast as you think it is? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And then it's like, wow, is there a lot of time left on the table? I guess I'll see what I can do about it. And that really appeals to me. I mean, I speedrun Vice City. I love watching speedruns. There's something just about going fast and never stopping when there are all of these things that could be stopping you along the way that just really appeals to me. I don't know. Would you ever be interested?
I always think about it. I do have it. Well, maybe not the DLC, but I do have the game in general.
It's funny. I remember seeing like an alert that was like when the Insane Trilogy was released for I think a month or something, that DLC level was free. And so I just picked it up before I even had the game. I was like, well, eventually I'll get there. And I'll see what this DLC is for. And then it was like, oh, it's this super hard level. Okay, I'm glad I got this. If it wasn't free, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But now I have it. And now it's like shelved. I add one more DLC to the completion checklist.
Sick. Yeah, maybe one time I'll just power up your PlayStation, and then I'll play it on yours. Just that level.
Just that level?
Yeah.
You have none of the Crash 1 achievements, but you have those two.
Yeah, perfect.
Hell yeah.
I have plenty of Crash achievements. I didn't do them. Take that. It's okay. I traded off Becomes the Master for that. So I think that's pretty fair.
That's right. You got that on 2 accounts.
Yeah.
That's a fun trophy.
Yeah. I'll put that at 5 right now. Becomes the Master twice. Read it and weep. I'm sure my second time was faster and or the exact same as my first time.
God, I wish.
Another good old-fashioned, can we just go to dinner already? Stop playing this game. I've only been playing it for 3 hours.
I'm so close. Can't you see how close I am?
Close. I fucking got 5 more seconds. All right, my number 5 is a game that you mentioned that wouldn't be on here, but it was one of those interesting side hustles where I was just kind of playing a game, and then this came up, and I thought, that's pretty interesting. I'm actually going to do that. And I, in some ways, think that it was kind of harder than the game itself. But my number 5 is Real Gamer, Celeste.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Pico.
Pico level.
It's the Pico levels. It was just in the middle, because you find it in the hotel, I think.
I think so, yeah.
You find it in the hotel. You just find a computer that has it.
That's what, 3rd level?
Yeah, it's like
very early on.
Second or 3rd level, very early on. I'm like, oh, look. It's a little electronic game of Celeste. Wow, this is hard. And I'm like 10% through it. Okay, what's the next level? Oh my god. I want to be able to grab walls. Why can't I grab walls? Oh, I did it. What's the next level? And I remember, I feel like it was 90 to 120 minutes where I was just playing the Pico very early into playing Celeste.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're okay. This sucks. This is hard. But
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
I remember that. I like that. It's funny. There's something like that in Catherine too. I don't think you ever played that, but it's like the main game is like you're in these dreams and ascending these block puzzles, and then during the day, I think you could like talk to people, but you're in this bar, and there's an arcade machine in the bar that's just a more simplified version of that, and it's like also has 80 levels and is super hard. Like I got to like level 3, I was like, I can't do this. I mean, I was trash at the base game. I didn't beat that at all. I couldn't figure that out. But yeah, the Pico level, I remember. I don't think You did that before, like beating base game?
Yeah.
You did it all then.
Yeah, I just stopped.
I 100% went back to it.
Played the Pico straight through. And I started to think about it. I was like, should I stop and go back to this? And I was like, no.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, you think back to what we said about Thumper. It's like, that one, it makes sense to go through and figure it all out and then go back. But like, Celeste, it's like, that, it's a sub game, and it's also stripped some of the stuff out.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like you said, no gripping the walls.
Yeah, and there's dashing and
I think there was, yeah.
Yeah, there might have been dashing in the Pico. I remember there was like no wall climbing.
Mm-hmm. It was simplified-ish.
You just couldn't do any of like the complicated tech stuff that you learned at core B-side where you like zip up, jump off a wall, and you shoot at this crazy angle upwards.
Yeah, no, and it was cool because it was like, what are the hard things we can do with just jump dash? Jumping and dashing and bouncing and that sort of stuff. And that's cool. It's a cool challenge. It's cool to have that restriction and to see the complicated things that you can do. And it's the same sort of satisfaction. You're like, I can't I did this. Let's go. What's next?
And I never even thought about it, but like maybe that was, maybe some unused assets when they were like trying to figure the game out.
Yeah, that's a great thought.
What if this is just a way that the game could be formatted? Oh, but these are interesting. We built these like different levels that were a lot simpler than the actual game.
Yeah, it's like the stuff that they made to test out base mechanics, and then they're like, actually,
yeah, we could put this in the game.
Yeah, and it's great side content.
Yeah,
you don't have to do it, but if you do, it's really cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with Real Gamer. I guess it really did, the way the first time I played Celeste, it did kind of help me get derailed. Mm-hmm. Where I basically did that and died a lot in that. And I was like, ugh, this is hard. And then, I go into the B-sides and I'm like, I'm going to do 6 first. I'm going to do the ones that I got. I'm going to do 1 and I'm going to do 6.
Cool.
And then, it's a great way to deter your whole experience.
Yeah, there's definitely like a, wow, I'm not cut out for this.
Oh my God, this is impossible. All right, 800 deaths on 6. No big deal. It's just part of the game. That's what happens.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everyone dies a lot. The point is that you got there. You got to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Quick game. Don't play until editing it past Oh, this is fun. Okay. I'll platinum this now. Fun.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. My number 4 is this the most recent one I have? I think so. My number 4 I got last year. It is from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remaster. It is called Got There. Complete all hard get theirs. So in every map, there are 2 get theirs. There's a normal get there and a hard get there, and it's just string these gaps together. And the normal one is like an actual line that's, oh wow, I didn't know I could do this. And then it's like, the hard get there is, all right, get this hard gap, and then get a couple other hard gaps on the other side of the map. And I'm like, oh, okay, very cool. I remember one of the last ones I got was the last level in THPS 1, Roswell, because the first thing you have to do is air over the big section in the middle of the map, and that was the hardest part. Like, with all of these, I would like see, okay, where are these gaps? What do I have to do? And then I would think to myself, most of the time I was like, okay, I think I could just go this way and get there. But then a couple of them are like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this gap? That one, it's just like, you have to time your first jump to be after you like leave the quarter pipe enough, and then you have to time an acid drop somehow, like when you get to the other side and it like gives you an extra boost, it like registers, oh, you're in acid drop territory and you could drop down. And so like 90% of the times, the very first thing is try and jump over. Oh, you didn't make it across. Try and jump. Oh, you didn't make it across. And then you get there and it's like, I don't have speed to manual through this hallway. What? And then it's like, I'm like reading some suggestions. I'm looking up guides and I'm like watching somebody else and they're manualing through and they got great speed. And they're like, oh yeah, if you're like grinding or manualing, hold X and you'll keep your speed way better. I'm like, hold X? Okay. Am I going to have to claw this game too? There was some of that. There was one in, oh my God, I think it's called Skate Heaven or something like that. One of the like the bonus levels that you unlock at the end of THPS 2. And it was the same sort of, the first gap you have to get is launch off of this kicker that's sideways. Like you can't even just go straight from a quarter pipe. And then land on this railing very far away. Most of the time you don't have enough speed or air. And then the times that you get there, 10% chance that the gap will even count. It's like, oh, cool. Okay, I'll make this huge jump. I'll land there. Nothing. Okay. Eventually, they definitely had a patch to make some of these like more, I don't know, what's the word? Like, it'll pick it up. It'll like recognize that you hit the gap more appropriately. Yeah. Because enough people are like, well, what the fuck? I totally went from kicker to rail, and I didn't get the kicker to rail gap. So
they probably just made it more lenient.
Where it
just
lenient.
Registers that you got there.
Because it's like, it's already hard enough. Now, okay, now you're telling me that the one time I finally got it, oh, I didn't get it. And that's not even considering that was just one of the 4 gaps for the get there. Ugh. And so, but it was great. It's a really cool challenge. That was one of the things that I really liked about the remasters of the games. In addition to just being maps that we like and recognize with controls that are good and fluid and responsive and fast. There's also these interesting challenges in addition to, well, you know all the normal goals and you know where skate and the secret tapes are. So let's add some new stuff. Let's add the speedrun thing. Let's add some online quick play modes. And here, do the get theirs. And I think that's such a cool like piece of individual content and like challenge to go for. I love that sort of it's just an execution test. And it's not just about getting a super big high score. There is mechanics around it, and you have to have a solid understanding of movement and direction and balance, and it was really satisfying. And it was hard, but I got it.
Yeah, that's fun.
I don't have the plat in that game yet, because I'm not level 100.
Because you still got to play a lot of golf.
I remember I got like 5 levels in GTA Online just playing golf.
I feel like this sounds fucking silly, but I'm pretty sure like Zoo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, there was like a fucking baseball section where you just fucking took the board and you're just fucking hitting balls.
Oh, hell yeah.
I should get that game again, like for PS2, and just fucking play it. I can't play it for EMAC. That's gone.
I was thinking to myself, I wonder what would be the like, I mean, we were talking about Max Payne earlier today off recording, but
Max Payne, yeah.
You know, if I were to play that, I have a feeling it would be much better if I got like the PC port than picking up a copy on PS2. Yeah. Probably just runs better. What would be the best way to experience THPS 4 right now? Would it be
original Xbox, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I forgot that they did that.
I think they did.
And like, because they did like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 got like a re-release on Xbox or something. It was called something different that I don't remember the name of.
It was called something different and was probably
like
trash.
Pro Skater 2 XL.
Yeah, I think 2X was it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not into these games.
Yeah.
I just cheated one poorly a long time ago.
Yeah, I never even played it.
Did the part in the game where you threw poop at monkeys.
Oh. That was my favorite skateboard trick. Got there.
Poop got there. Right. You've talked a lot about DLC trophies. And now it's my turn. Because I don't have a good transition. I just want to talk about Big Baller from Call of Duty World at War.
Oh my god.
It's the one where you get 75,000 points at Shino Numa.
You got that on your own?
Yep. Got it at it's like a map that was written off as the bad one.
We initially hated that one.
Yeah, we did. Because, it's got some problems. Like, going to storage is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, it's an X. How are you going to get around this without, eating shit? Oh, there's an open area right here. Just walk in a circle. And you'll be fine.
Dude, roundabouts changed the game for us.
Yeah.
Once we figured out how to do that, semi-effectively. So, were you talking about the one right above, the swinging thing, or the swamp circle?
The swamp circle.
Okay.
The swinging thing I couldn't do. Always, there's that one section of that open area in front of the swinging thing, and then there's, a rock. And then another area that they can just get through, and every time I would get a little stuck, and I would try to run just around that rock, met somebody. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, and you once you get to the point where it matters for your points, you get hit once, you get hit 5 times by 10 zombies.
Yeah.
So.
And it's one of those things where I swear you would hit the fan way too soon.
Yeah.
And I think when I got this, I got 160,000.
What wave is that? 40?
Yeah. It was it's one of those snapshots into when I got this. I got this trophy in early 2018. So it was I worked garbage second shift. I got home, I wanted to do fucking nothing.
Yeah.
I'm I just want to relax. I'm getting big baller. I'm sitting right at my desk and I'm just playing this PS3 World at War game. Having the time of my life. I probably stopped at Sheetz, got a nice burrito.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's the one trophy I don't have in World at War for PS3.
Oh.
I never...
See, there's a
I tried for it a couple times, but I don't know.
There's a lot of PS3 ones I don't have. I have all of them on 360.
That's right.
All of them. And I don't even remember getting Big Baller the 360 time.
Yeah.
I just remember the PS3 time. Because it was the time that I just did it by myself.
Yeah.
I'm this is fun. Here I go. Just going around this circle. And it's just wild. It's we learned how to optimize the strategy. It was basically just don't fuck with box guns. You're gonna need to get extra ammo.
Yeah, you need to be able to grab something real quick.
Just get the Thompson, and then you can just pop right in, pop right back out. I'm back in the circle.
You also get a shit ton of points with the Thompson. I think I remember one time I tried and it was just get the Wonder Waffle. I mean, it'll destroy an entire mob super quick and easy. But one, you're slow. 2, you don't get that many points.
Yeah, you get 60 automatically.
Yeah,
just guaranteed. Thompson, you just see 50 zombies behind you, and you just aim generally at the head area, and you probably killed one, but you got 300 points from half a clip.
Yeah, and it's ooh, getting double points and just maybe even double tap Thompson, reload, and then it's 1,000 points. Insane. I love it.
Yeah, no, Shinonuma is the dark horse of all the zombie maps. I personally like it better than Deriz at this point. I just think Deriz, too many bad things happen. There's too many situations where I gotta be in this corner. I gotta stare down the corner. But Shinonuma, that's creativity that you're adding to. It's I'm not here. Oh, I'll just go into the weird swamp area that's not one of the two, and I'll live. I'll go this side, get in there, go the other side.
Yeah,
a lot of creativity to that map.
Yeah, at Deriz, I remember especially early on, it was just hang out on the walkway.
Hang out on the walkway.
It's super duper boring, not very fun. But you're look at those points. We got to wave 30. It took 5 hours, but and then it's
You just put Betty's there, and then they keep cycling up. Dog round. Uh-oh. Sorry, I got an MG42. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Quick reload. Easy peasy.
Yeah. I miss all of that.
For sure. I talk to Tyler about this all the time. It's man, just play World at War right now.
Something about that polished simplicity, right?
Yeah, no, it's something we'll never see again. Fifth mention of the game that I'm playing now. But it's it's fun and it's got those systems, and they implemented stuff that makes it more addictive, and there's more stuff that you're gonna get. But at the same time, it's like if I could just quick swing a PTRS like right now, that's the height.
Oh my god.
And at the same time, I actually do have to hit the person. I don't have to. It's not like the fucking area that's 4 feet off their body and it counts as killing them. Man, fuck that game. Been thinking about reinstalling Titanfall 2 because I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that game. That game's always fun.
What a good game.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to bring up Titanfall 2 in every video. Stupid game.
Cool. My number 3 is also cool. All of mine are, I would say. That's why I put them on the list.
Whoa.
I think this one is... I'm trying to word this in what would be the most interesting way story-wise, but it's like the least amount of time put into trying to get the achievement, but the most amount of preparation. My number 3 is from Guitar Hero 2. It's Kick the Bucket Award. Beat Jordan on Expert.
Oh.
Because the first time I tried to beat Jordan on Expert on a 360, I did it. Because I already could. Because I spent so much time doing it on PS2. I spent so much time grinding out solos B and C in practice mode. Where am I using star power? How late do I have to make it before I can use star power to carry myself through the rest of solo B and the first half of solo C? And then I got Guitar Hero 2, years later, probably after I got Rock Band 3.
Yeah.
And it was, well after I had played Jordan, 5-star Jordan, played Guitar Hero 3, could do all of that, could beat through the fire and the flames, and then it was just, all right, let's get Guitar Hero 2 and see what sort of trophies or achievements we can get. All right, we got the hardest one first try. There's something magical about that.
Yeah.
And it's still a hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
I can't do it.
Who's going to go back to Guitar Hero 2 on 360?
On PS2.
Who even remembers Jordan?
Yeah.
Through the Fire and the Flames was the big thing, and especially since Guitar Hero 3 was like such a smash hit and really pulled people in. It's like that was the hard song that people know. And I'll always say this. I remember saying it then. It was like, I think Jordan is harder to beat. Through the Fire and the Flames is harder to 5-star. There's just one real hard part that will fail you in Jordan, and then Through the Fire and the Flames is a lot of pretty hard parts, but you can find your ways to boost your way through, and except for the beginning. You got to figure out how to do the beginning.
Yeah, I never did it.
I rubber banded that, and then I learned how to tap it. Rubber band trick, which was putting a thing on green, and then once the song starts, you either push it off or you pause it, and then you push it off, and then... Oh, man. Fun times with that early Guitar Hero stuff. I was going through like some of my old game peripherals and consoles, and like it's hard to. Do you want to hold on to that Cherry Gibson for PS2? I mean, kinda. I liked those guitars a lot.
I mean, I got a couple of them.
Yeah,
they're under my bed. I feel like I used them a little bit just because I went through those, like the games before Guitar Hero 3 I have on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
So I played those a little bit. Gotta learn how to really hammer on in Guitar Hero 1.
God. Hammer onto your face.
Yeah, hammer. No, I'm just gonna strum the whole time. Fuck you. That's great. I think I always felt bad because I remember whenever you went somewhere, people were like, oh man, you gotta beat Through the Fire and the Flames for me. And you're like, okay.
If you want.
It's just this interesting memory where we were at the same place. And it's like, man, dude, I can't even imagine playing this. And you fucking kicked a guitar at me and like, just do it. And I was like, you're right. Oh my God. I can't. I probably still can't. I can't figure out that tapping nonsense. I don't even know if I can beat. I never tried to beat Devil.
Oh yeah.
I think I just failed it, and then I was like, I'm pretty good at this game. I'm gonna have fun.
That I think is just a flawed boss battle. Because I remember the first time I figured out how to beat it was if you get, what was it? It was whammy bar, I think, which just like they have to whammy before they can play notes again, right?
Oh yeah, true.
There's that early string where Lou has just 8,000 green notes really fast. And if you have whammy, you use it right there, you instantly win. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. And of course, that was the only way I could beat it for the longest time because the rest of the song is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And it's like any times that you would get, any opportunities you had to get an ability is blocked because he's using one on you. All your strings broken. Oh, lefty flip. Oh, double notes.
Double notes. What a fun game. That Guitar Hero 3. I like Guitar Hero 3 a lot.
I do too.
For it's just the rest of it. Like that part. Everybody always used to make fun of like the Tommy Morello solo from like trash, but I don't know. My 15-year-old brain is like, this is awesome.
I still think it sounds cool.
It does.
But
great. See, I don't know why people were so hard on that. Thank you.
I feel like it had to be like, I remember hearing Yahtzee's Zero Punctuation where he's like, Legends of Rock, I know one Legend of Rock, Slash, and then this other guy that I don't know. And it's like, I can see people thinking they wanted just like a really cool and technical and guitar solo that either they're familiar with or that sounds like a cool guitar solo. And that one came on, I'm like, this sounds like fucking rad.
Yeah, where's the move in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater where I get a guitar and that's what it plays?
I remember I saw a clip from an anime where it's like two people arguing and one's like really calm and one person's like really upset. And it's like, it just cut out all the audio and the upset person's like, and then could see that person. It was perfect.
I have like 3 Xbox trophies. I'm like, this is all nice. And it cracks me up just because like there are those moments. But yeah. So a while ago there was a game that we used to play a lot. A game that I used to hate. Well, I guess a series that I used to hate. And then I was like, stop playing poorly. That'll make you do better instead of trying to be this finicky asshole who only likes one type of guns. You know, you could really just revolutionize the way you play if you just try to have fun and do that. What's not fun sometimes is, you know, you got to do a very specific thing, but in the end, you did it. And my number 3 is Garden Gnome, Left 4 Dead 2.
That's a good trophy.
This is a fucking fun trophy.
Yeah.
And it's
great name.
Yeah. Don't you have to take it like through an entire campaign.
Right.
And, you know, it's always just strategizing. Well, I got to throw this thing aside so I can shoot things.
Yeah. Those campaigns were hard, even on normal.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead 2, man. It was a fun game. Long time. I've saved it all the way to number 3 for the one that I got nothing to say about.
Yeah.
But it's just a fucking great concept for a trophy.
Yeah.
Where you fucking handcuff yourself to this annoying object that sometimes you just throw at the zombies so that you just get the gun out and not be screwed.
You gotta do like a mini game to get the gnome in the first place, don't you?
Oh yeah, because it's a
Remember,
carnival.
yeah, I don't even remember what you had to do, but it's like
I think you had to like shoot a whack-a-mole. I thought it was like something like that.
Yeah, there was one where there was like a test your strength, but if you didn't have the sledgehammer, something. Oh no, you had like an adrenaline burst. You had to adrenaline boost, and then use a melee weapon. I don't know what sort of prize you got for that, but
it's been so long.
Yeah.
You get a gnome as part of it. You get a prize to maybe get. I feel like this one was like a 10-point achievement.
Yeah, I feel like all of those trophies in Valve games, they're just like, here's a bunch of them. You get piddly.
There's a ton of trophies. Did you pick up a grenade and kill somebody in Half-Life 2? 5 points. Yeah, it's one of those franchises that it's like I wish we could see it again.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
Yeah, everybody kind of says the same thing where it's like, I wish there was something else like this, but the best one of this type of game was Left 4 Dead 2, which came out 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, there's Vermintide.
Vermintide's good.
It's pretty fun.
Vermintide 2's good. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
No guns. Yeah, there was a certain smoothness to Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead,
button.
it felt very polished and everything was decided on purpose, right?
Yeah. So like, here's melee weapons, but also here's a stamina lock if you try to bash people off you a little too quick. It's fun. It's just fun to remember those good old days of this game that probably by now has dropped out of my top 40, but it's close.
Yeah.
It's almost there.
Still fond memories. We're still talking about it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah. Sometimes,
it's
yeah.
a good game. It was fun.
All right. We're getting in there. Number 2.
We're in there.
This one also took a lot of preparation, a lot of effort. It was a team effort. Teamwork makes the dream work, especially when you're on the moon. My number 2 is Big Bang Theory from Black Ops 1. In Moon, gain sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah, Jesus.
How much fun did we have doing all of this? I mean, getting this trophy in itself, I guess it was an achievement when we got it. Doing it on its own is a fucking headache. But in order to even have the opportunity to do it, you had to complete the Easter egg in Shangri-La, complete the Easter egg in Call of the Dead. That was it, right? Just those 2?
Yeah, I think, Ascension was its own thing?
Yeah, I don't think it really had a big Easter egg sort of thing.
Yeah, you had to get the team to be in Shangri-La so that you could get the focusing stone, so that you could go to the moon.
Not only did you have to do all that, you had to do it in the same game type. So we tried to do it was Moon or something on Xbox Live, but it was you did Shangri-La with System Link. You should have done it on Xbox Live. You're not eligible. So we had to do Shangri-La again. It was fun.
Which that was the recording.
That was a great recording, yeah.
Yeah, that was a recording.
And then we were finally able to do Moon, which is the Easter eggs in all 3 of those were stupid 12-step processes, right? There's no way you would figure them out on your own. You just follow a guide. Somebody else managed to figure it out, and it was just, okay, now do those things while staying alive. It's kind of like the garden gnome thing, where it's you have this task where you can't shoot zombies while there are zombies after you. And it's fun to have achievements that require you to be with other people. I mean, it's kind of fun. On one hand, I hate it because I don't like the idea that, this thing is just forever out of possibility because I'm not going to get people to go do this with me. But then when you do, it's now we all have this cool shared memory.
Yeah.
We all have the teddy bear with the Bowie knife as an Xbox Live avatar because we all completed Moon.
Before that, we had the ugly picture of Rick Toppin.
Yeah.
Because we completed Shangri-La.
We didn't even... No, we don't even like Moon. I'm pretty sure even after all of that, going through it, it's we liked Ascension, we liked Call of the Dead, didn't really like Shangri-La and hated Moon. Afterwards, Shangri-La is okay-ish, right?
Yeah, because it's a circle map. The circles are okay. I'm good with that.
And Moon, we're still oh, okay, I guess we're just dead now. It's we still didn't figure out the logistics about it. It's there's this thing's getting drilled.
Yeah, the fucking drill on the dome.
Now you just can't walk this way. I hope you noticed.
I think the most fun we had with Moon was whenever the dome got opened and we just started fucking jumping around everywhere.
Yeah. Super moon gravity in the dome was for sure our success.
It was our high. It was the. Wait, yeah, that might have been part of it. Was that we were we have to breach the dome, and then we can survive in the dome.
Yeah, because it's when you're trying to navigate, you would just it's a lot of isolated sections with doors between, and then you would just open the door. Oh, there's a zombie there. You're dead. It's well, how the fuck was I supposed to see that? We would never go. I don't think we would ever choose to go back to Moon unless we were we chose back and we went through all of the other ones and we're okay, we really want to play more zombies, but we played through Ascension, we played through Call of the Dead. Let's give Moon a try. It's kind of cool how you start at Earth for 50 seconds or whatever. Try to survive as long as you can. Sometimes you try to survive a little too long. You die before round 1.
You always survive too long.
You got to teleport back to punch up your guns.
I feel like there was a time where the goal was stay on Earth, pack a punch a gun. And I think we did it.
I don't think that's true. That's impossible. What, you think we knifed our way up to 5,000 points?
I think we got up to 4,100, and then it just hit the fan.
I can believe
and then
that.
we were fuck everything. We're never doing this again.
Yeah, and it's like even when you had to go back, it's like, well, you can't go back to the moon. You gotta survive here for a certain amount of time, and it's like, we can't.
It's awful.
Yeah, moon sucked, but the journey for the Big Bang Theory was great, and I don't know, it was enough to where we had continued momentum, and we're like, let's try and do this. Let's try and see what else is out there. If we could do moon, what can't we do? Oh, we can't do transit.
Tried though.
We tried. We really did try. We had so many serious attempts, and it's like, go find this place in the cornfield, huh? Oh, we're dead.
Oh my god, the fucking cornfield. Oh man.
That was the thing. It was like, we really liked Call of the Dead, and then we hated Shangri-La, and then Moon came out. It's like, oh, you think Shangri-La's bad? Here's fucking this. And it's like, oh man, I hate Moon. Oh, you think Moon's bad? I was like,
here's 4 more Call of Duties with bad zombies.
Oh, they're all bad. Oh, okay.
Oh, great. I don't know. I had a lot of fun in 9 for Black Ops 4. But
I don't think I played enough in 9.
Nobody else played that with me. Did you end up playing it?
No, I did 1 round at Mob of the Dead. I probably did less than 10 rounds at Die Rise.
What was the fucking Origins? I'm gonna get it.
Origins, I think
Origins
I did once or twice.
Origins
you had Chalk?
Was the good one.
Yeah.
On Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I got stomped.
That's right, Big Daddy Man.
Great. Well, there's Big Daddy Man. There's also just fucking massive sentinels that are just walking around, and their footprint is like the size of the area that you roundabout in at Shinonuma.
What's the one I'm thinking of where you like go underground? And you have chalk and you can draw and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a western town.
Yeah.
Underneath the ground. I don't know.
I didn't play that one much either.
That one might. I wanted to say that might be Die Rise, but there was an actual skyscraper one.
Yeah, that was Die Rise where you like be in the elevator, jumping from rooftop to rooftop or something. I thought that one was all right, but I just was lost way too much. Didn't know where to stand.
That one was crap. The fucking special infected was the new monkeys.
Oh
Remember
my god,
the monkeys were that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah,
they found new ways.
Yeah, it was funny because we would have these conversations where it's like, wow, this map could be good, but there's just one element that's just trash.
Oh, I fell into the middle of the skyscraper.
Cool.
Gone. Great.
I'm having fun. It's weird to try and quantify. Did we have fun while we did the Easter egg for Moon? It was stressful. We all had such a overwhelming sense of accomplishment upon completion.
Oh yeah, that was for sure the high point.
I think it's like the most that us 4 had worked together for anything. So that's kind of cool.
Terrible team. Fucking too often I'm just sabotaging something because I think it's funny to make Matt mad.
Matt's got like 10,000 headshots.
It's fucking Dark Horse Tyler with like the second most points, or way worse than me.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Accidentally throwing a monkey.
Oh my god. Oh, Tyler.
There were definitely like, we had our share of just fun accidents. It's like, oh, we're all dead. That was kind of funny. Let's try it again.
Like, I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, Tyler was the, all right, you can keep the round alive while the parents are talking.
Nicknaming the fucking callers.
How else has he got to stay entertained? That was the thing that kind of sucked because somebody had to just dick around. Somebody just had to not be engaged while everyone else resolved it.
And nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it. Even the people that were doing the Easter egg weren't happy. Oh, who wants to play Simon? I don't.
Who wants to do the fucking matching the tile shit? And I'm like, I got this one.
Oh my god.
Ducky, go away.
We're looking at the same one.
Oh my god, I backed onto one. Oh, Eclipse is over.
See, there were fun moments.
Yeah. And we all have them right here in this end screen. Click part 2 to go to...
Anyways, yeah, that was... I mean, I think... I kind of feel like that was the height of Call of Duty for me. I really liked playing online multiplayer, and I did it a lot. But there was something about just like having this same weird goal in mind and accomplishing it. I think it was maybe it was because there was that closure. Just playing multiplayer, I didn't really have like a goal, or it was just do good all the time.
It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a like genuine thing of nostalgia that I would love to go back to.
Right.
Like saying that we're all gonna go play Black Ops multiplayer right now, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Or like any of the specific ones. But going back to zombies, any of World at War or Black Ops, like, I'm there.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking sick if we could. It has to be Black Ops because we're not getting 4 Xbox Live subscriptions. But
maybe someday.
yeah. I don't know if I even forgot that one or not. I just didn't even include it. It's fucking great. All those are really good, but
Yeah.
it's good that you talked about it. I got my goofy ones.
You see, it's funny how they're like they play off of each other. Like it started off with a callback, and now the real callback.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you remember the PS4's launch?
Yeah.
There's a lot of goofy things going on with the PS4's launch. But maybe the silliest thing was that, you got Tyler, he brings over a PS4. And it's like, what are we going to do? Like, what games are there even to play?
Oh my god.
But what did come out was this goofy party game called Sports
Friends. I knew it.
And upon playing Sports Friends, the trophies were they were all hidden, except for like one. And you just didn't know how to get them. I don't even know how it got there. I don't even know how it started. I don't even know how we get on top.
You had to unlock that. It wasn't there. You had to put in a code to access get on top or something.
It was a code? No, I thought it was like as simple as the one thing. My number 2 is get on top.
Get on top. Yeah.
But somehow, just like when you got the rainbow thing in Pole Riders, like you accidentally just jumped over a side of the map.
And like, oh, trophy.
It's like, oh, trophy, and then you went to a rainbow
That's
world.
right. It went, yeah. It was like a continuation.
There was something else that you did in a different game.
Just a secret to unlock
get on top. Secret to unlock get on top. That's not the trophy. The trophy is to get on top 1,000 times.
1,000?
1,000.
I thought it was 100.
It was 1,000.
What the fuck?
And we're sitting, you and me are sitting
each round is 4 seconds long.
True. It's still 1,000 rounds that needs to be won. Where it's just 2 men who have their hands attached. And you just press a series of buttons that makes you do an action.
Yeah, don't let your head hit the wall or floor.
And it was just, all right, I learned how to flip over you. And then that was somebody winning, 15 rounds in a row.
Yeah, somebody would figure out the tactic, and it's like, I can't fucking do anything about this flip.
You just instantly somebody would just sit backwards and immediately just head on ground.
You're just pulling my head, and I can't pull back hard enough.
You just keep doing it. And then at that exact instant, they would sit down. The other person will learn how to deliberately jump over the top and then fucking roll them back onto their head. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do that every time. And it just became like rock, paper, scissors, where sometimes you just didn't have control of your brain.
Yeah, it's like you didn't know how to do rock, paper, or scissors. You knew you had to pick one.
You went to do rock, but your hand kind of just turned into paper. Because the other person used rock to punch you in the chest.
Yeah, and that was fun. I mean, it was like one of those things where this is what we're doing tonight, dude.
Like everybody was there and around, and we're just doing it, and in some ways, it kind of turned into us just handing off the controller, where it was like, I did the last 100. Do you want to go into this? It was like, yeah. And we were just thinking, is there something at the end of this? We didn't know.
Yeah.
We just kept going.
And then all of a sudden, we're like, oh, get on top?
Oh, when we got to 1,000, only I got the trophy to get on top. And I literally just said, thank God I was winning that entire time. Thank God I got ahead by 50 and never looked back.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like there was definitely just a section where it's like, poof, win. Poof, win. Poof,
Yeah, we just both went into. All right, I'm gonna be quicker than you, and we just tried to be quick.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's just a fucking goofy, silly time. A trophy that I know. I'm sure it's a fucking .1.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing in Sports Friend we spent the most time doing.
Yeah, no. Fun memories. I'm nostalgic for that basement. I'll tell you what. We had a lot of good times.
Yeah, yeah.
Just sitting there. That's where like
A lot of good games.
Yeah, most of our like early recordings are. We're just in that corner. Always just around. You get GTA. You got Kirby Superstar. You got Donkey Kong Country.
Bulletstorm?
You were the one who didn't want to bring it back up.
It's funny to think about.
It is. We can remaster those.
I think I got one achievement in Bulletstorm. Should have put that on the list.
I got like a free 5 for playing a little bit of the campaign.
Yeah.
I think our goal was to get to level 50 on multiplayer, and we got to like 14. And we're like, our month of Bulletstorm is now over. That was fun. Best trophy. Bulletstorm. Great stuff.
All right, quick honorable mentions.
Quick honorable mentions.
I got 3. You got 3?
I got 3.
All right. First one is from Left 4 Dead. It's so this one is Zombicidal Maniac. Survive any campaign on expert.
Oh my god.
I joined a game online and got hard carried by 2 guys.
I remember you talking about that.
They ran and did not stop at all. And we finished that campaign in like 20 minutes. And I died, I think, every
time.
But it's like, they were totally fine. I was like, this is great. I just got to stay in the lobby with these guys, and then I'll have all the campaigns completed on expert. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think there are 2 or 3 trophies left in Left 4 Dead 1 for me. All of them on expert. 53,000 kills. And I don't think I'm going to do it. Maybe it would be easier on PC, but who cares?
One of mine, I know that all the core trophies in Rocket League are much too easy. So,
Yeah.
of course, the DLC trophy I picked was Survival of the Fittest, which is to win a game of unfair.
Yeah, with Shark Fin.
With Shark Fin Topper.
I thought about putting that one on. That was hard.
That one was very hard because...
Unfair means there are more bots against you. It's like a 3v1.
Yeah, it has to be at least a 3v1.
Yeah.
It could be a 4v1 if you're a fucking masochist, but I tried 3v1, and I don't think they're auto set to all-star. I think that was too hard. They're auto set to pro.
Yeah.
And
even that, I mean,
they would just get it around you.
Yeah. You'd never have a goalie.
It would just be competent enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when I started, I was like, I'm just going to stay here in the goal. And that's how I'm going to get this. And then it was like, no, they keep getting enough fucking competent passes.
Yeah.
That I go for the ball. If I didn't get it,
it's in.
It's in the fucking goal. It's like, ah, oh, damn it. But then it was like, you just got a ultimate ball chase and you will do just good enough. And it took long enough that it stuck with me that I even had to do it. So
yeah. It was fun because it was especially early on, there would be DLC, like packages of trophies with DLC releases. And that was one of the ones in the early enough ones where I'm like, yeah, I want to get all of these DLC trophies. And I did. Yeah. And then like the next one, I was like, I don't play this game enough anymore.
Yeah. Where I am, I have all of them except the last one, which is like play in an online tournament. It's like the last trophy. And I'm just like, nah. I'm not feeling that.
Cool. My second honorable mention is the only one that's not an actual trophy or an Xbox achievement, but it's in something called Achievement Diary.
Okay.
In old school RuneScape. There are sections of achievements for each area of the map, and I am 1 away from completing all of them for Lumberjane Drainer, where there are tiers: easy, medium, hard, and elite. The elite one requires you to have the quest cape, which is complete every quest. And so on top of that, I have to get some skills really high up. Had to get my smithing to 88. The only thing left is get my rune crafting. 4 more levels. 72. Got to get it to 76. Everybody fucking hates rune crafting. It's so slow. It's coming, though.
Hell yeah. All right. Next up, we got One Punch. from A Hat in Time.
Okay.
And it's where you put on the one, I don't even remember what they're called. They're like attachments that you put to your hat. And it's the, you take one hit, you're dead.
Oh, cool.
And the trophy is just win against the boss.
Nice.
By taking one hit. And I picked the first boss.
How was it?
It was
mini attempt.
Challenging enough, yeah.
Nice.
I was kind of annoyed. Oh man, so many times I got glitched out on the. There's a part where he rolls a big old ball, and then there's like a little section where you have to be like on the ground and it just goes around you.
Oh yeah.
And it just like clipped me a little
Bad
bit.
hit detection.
Like, damn it!
Dang.
Come on. But I got it. It's all good.
Cool. My last honorable mention is from the Idolmaster game. It is a rhythm game. It is called 765 All-Stars. I don't know what the achievement is. All the text for the description is in Japanese. All the text in the game is in Japanese because I got the game in Japan. And I brought it back, and I got, I think, 3 or 4 trophies. This is the only one where the title is in English. So it's the one that I picked.
Sick.
Cool get.
You can do that thing where you just like put the thing on the screen of the trophy.
It'll be something like that.
I've done that with A Crow is White songs before.
Oh yeah.
Like this is the song name. Go find it. It's on Spotify. It's one of these. It's this album. This is the picture of the album. Here you go.
I couldn't type it. Neither can you.
And my last honorable mention is another Overwatch one that I think about a lot. It is Smooth as Silk. It is Widowmaker getting a headshot while falling.
That's right.
I also did this in the exact same spot that I did Lucio's. It was at Ilios with the well. I just went up on the building right next to it, and I got this trophy like third attempt.
Insane.
In the same game, and I was just like, oh, there he is. Beep.
What
Oh,
was your strat?
What?
Did you like hook shot or did you just like jump?
I hook shotted, was up there, and then took one step off and started falling.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I did the same thing. It was Hollywood versus McCree. I just stepped off, shot him in the head, and was like, nice. I don't have to play Widowmaker. I'm not a good Widowmaker anyways.
What's their other one? It's like poison like 15 people in like a life
Yeah,
or something like that.
I don't fucking know.
It doesn't matter. You can probably still get it.
Yeah.
It probably hasn't been reworked.
All right. Well, we're there. We're at the big one. I feel a little bad. I did talk about this in our Proudest Plats, but it wasn't real. My number one top achievement that I still hold on to, as much as it hurts me, it's vinyl artist in Rock Band 2.
Okay.
Not gold artist or platinum artist, vinyl artist. Finish the Endless Setlist 2 in World Tour on Medium. It was just a Saturday, and I got a message from a friend. I had played Rock Band with him a couple times, and I was like, hey, you want to play Rock Band? He says, me and my buddy are going to do the Endless Setlist. Do you want to join us? I'm like, I guess. I don't have anything planned, so I guess I could play 7 hours of Rock Band. Really, it was kind of a commitment that I was making for the rest of the family, too, that I'm going to use this living room, and I can't be disturbed for a long time. But, you know, I played on guitar, on Expert. They had guitar or bass, medium, drums, medium, because they just wanted to be certain that they could go through it. And even though I was on Expert, I only got credit for playing on medium. And even though I didn't fail, one of their batteries died partway through. We really thought that we were just going to get 5 hours in and have to stop, but it gave me a great opportunity to go to the bathroom, eat some spaghetti. I'm pretty sure I was like, wow, I should do something that's not looking at a screen. So I read some like Game Informer magazines for 10, 20 minutes until I got a message that says, okay, we're good to go now. And we were just like stuck at a pause screen for a while. But we managed to do it. We completed it. I saw that one trophy pop and none of the other ones. And I knew exactly that I was like, oh. And again, since then, it's just been I could probably do this again. I mean, it's obvious that I'm skilled enough to do it. But it's such a commitment, and I don't know. I would definitely need some sort of external push to finally go back and do it all over again. But Vinyl artist. When you finish it, your icon changes when you play online. If you do it on expert, your icon is like platinum. If you do it on hard, it's gold. And if you do it on medium, it's just like color swapped. So you know how it's like black with a white indicator of what your instrument is? That's the other way around, which looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But, it hurts. I'm a platinum artist, damn it.
But you always have that.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You made it all the way through, maybe not on a pause, but
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah, and it's like, I know I could do it. Nobody else will see, but it's not like I'm playing Rock Band 2 online or anything, but that was, I think, one of the first ones where I'm like, wow, this is a huge effort for an achievement. I'm doing a lot of work for something that's not really necessary. I mean, like, all the other stuff, like going through all the Spec Ops missions in Modern Warfare 2 or playing World at War on Veteran, all that stuff just kind of seems natural, but like making a concerted effort and going through all 82 songs, it was a journey. It was the only endless set list I did, but I'm glad to have done one of them. You ever want to do an endless set list? Not with me, just in general.
Maybe. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Especially if you could do it for like entertainment purposes. I wouldn't choose to do it.
Yeah.
I'd probably eat shit. I can't do drums. If I was gonna do it, I'd have to do.
Yeah, especially later on when it's like hard song, hard song, hard song. Your arms and feet are dead. That's why I chose guitar. I also wasn't as good at drums at the time, but I was like, I know I can do everything on guitar. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. That's good. It's fun. Maybe you can stream it someday.
That's an idea.
I can just get back in there.
Just get DMCA copyrighted. No music.
That's an idea. All right, this is a silent stream.
You can hear the notes in your head. You see like the melody, right? You can just follow the notes, and you can imagine what it sounds like.
Look, just look up an endless set list on YouTube and just have the sound going in the background over the stream.
I remember the exact middle song 41 or 42, I don't remember, was Jane's Addiction's Mountain Song. And I was like, wow, we're halfway over the mountain. We made it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And perfect.
Yeah.
Is it like it's set, I assume?
It's difficulty. Based,
Oh.
like band-based difficulty. So the first one is Eye of the Tiger. Last one is Painkiller.
Oh, that's a real dick move. What a nightmare. Yeek.
Best soundtrack to do it, though.
Well, what about Guitar Hero 3 Endless
I mean, I would do that.
I'd do that. I'll play bass. You can do all the guitar. I could be Gordon Mokes playing Helicopter. It'd be real fun. That always amazes me that there's even a bass in Guitar Hero 3. Like, they were already on top of that shit.
Yeah. It was bass and guitar too.
Oh.
I remember doing co-op all the time with Kyler. You unlock new bass guitars after like 5 songs, 10 songs.
Yeah, I think that's how 3 works.
He always used a guitar called, I think it was called Cherry Wood Grabber, and so we just call it the Cherry Grabber. Might not have even been what it was called.
Great games.
Love me them rhythm games. They had a strong presence on the list because they had a strong presence in my gaming repertoire.
Yeah, me too. Not here though. I've chosen something different. Other than that, trophies for rhythm games are kind of like, yeah.
A lot of them are just kind of gimmies, right?
Yeah.
To finish on medium hard expert.
Yeah. I think one of my cuts was like get 30 gold stars in Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
This is a weird bass set list. Weird thing you gotta jump around on. It's like, oh, thank God there's Uptown Funk. That really helps. Sorry, anyway, I'm stalling for absolutely no reason. It is an Xbox game.
Whoa.
I find that really interesting.
1 of 3?
Yeah, 1 of 3, maybe. We'll do the count later. Just a general guess, but I didn't have to do this. I still feel like I played this game way too much. It was a great, fun game, and I really got my enjoyment out of it. But my number one is I've seen things from the game Pit People. And that is to get one character to level 100. Now, it didn't say how you had to do it, but I made it a little harder because I did it on my permadeath run.
Oh, nice.
And I got my kobolds to level 100.
Do you name your people?
No,
So they're just kobolds?
They come with names.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you remember
like
their names?
they're like actual people.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
like
okay,
trap
yeah.
them, and then it's like Mark, my
Yeah.
Cyclops. I don't remember their names. I think I remember the cosmetic that I always put on them was either knives in the back,
Yeah.
just a little bloody backs, or there were like stuffed backpacks that also just looked like kobolds. So they just had like kobolds on their backs, but there was just a lot of prioritizing those kobolds and being like, health's getting a little too low. It's time to march right on back to the cupcake.
I was going to ask, were there like, when you were going through this playthrough with the kobolds, did you have that in mind? Like, I'm going to get these people to level 100?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like, I'm going to get as many of these trophies as I can.
Yeah.
And like, this is the only one that for sure takes commitment and to make sure things are going well. And I, kind of like the way I play Nuzlocke with Pokemon, I thought, permadeath kind of makes this game really, really captivating and like, oh shit, can't lose these people. And of course, like a lot of it is you can't lose story people because then you can't advance the story and you always have to do like a story mission with at least one of the story people. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, I'm like leveling up these like weirdos. Like I've got a Wraith and I've got a Squidge. I don't know what they're called, but like I had this really specific fun team comp. I had like a Cyclops that had this fucking explosive hammer thing. It was just dramatic. It was like 26 hurt, 10 hurt to anything if it just explodes everywhere. But I saw these kobolds, and man, like the game is for sure pretty well balanced, but there's just something special about a thing that could move farther per turn than anything else, and also has resistance against archers.
I mean, it sounds like what I would go with.
That's just fucking genius. It's like, I'm just going to go as far away and around the entire battle to get to the archers and then just stab them in the back, and it hurts them more.
Oh my god, that's how I played Call of Duty.
You stab them in the back with your sack threes.
So, like, they got to level 100. What was your second highest person in your squad? Like, was it close? Was it like 60?
I don't know. I think it was like mid-40s.
Mid-40s?
The big issue was that, like,
they took all the XP.
I just kept killing everything with them.
Yeah.
Because, like, then I would just start double teaming like normal people and just fucking stabbing them, and they get like 3 stabs per turn, and then you got
Brilliant.
2 of them fucking stabbing. Like, kobolds are up there. Like, top, like, one of my favorite elements
Classes,
in any game.
character
is
class.
Just like characters in general.
Yeah.
Fucking kobolds. They're just goofy and they make silly sounds and they're just running around like crazy. But
I've
like,
seen things and they are kobolds.
it's like the hard thing is like, humans always like something's just gonna counter that, and it's like, oh fuck. Cupcakes, they just kill themselves over time, and it's like, fuck. I remember I just kept, if I had the option to capture something, I'm like, I'm capturing cupcakes, just so I have extra in the tank. And the thing is it eventually got so hard for them to level up that they just kept dying before that I'd be able to level them up, because the game is like, the instant you level somebody up in the middle of a battle, health all the way up.
Yeah.
Like, that was always a cool thing. And I'm just happy I got those kobolds there. I think maybe part of it was that I always changed my comp based on the mission I was doing. So it wasn't always that I had the same party of people. Maybe
But kobolds were always reliable?
Maybe until I always figured that out. It's always good to just have kobolds.
Yeah.
Because if they have any kind of range, I'm like, I'm going to fucking chase down that goddamn unicorn, and I'm just going to fucking stab the thing to death.
That's great.
Pit People's just a great game. Like, I probably love to... Like, even, the decade list, when I had it as an honorable mention, I just remember, like, it was just so fun to play that one side mission that I actually hadn't played before. And I was like, oh, this is sick. I love this. This is a lot of fun. I still got to beat the game with the permadeath run, but, I mean, I cleaned the map. I did every side thing, like, possible to get those kobolds all the way there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Achievements are fun. Well, they're an element of fun that I still find satisfying. I mean, obviously, I don't have enough time to play games as I used to. I don't see myself. The one I always and will forever go back to is I don't have the time to get all the achievements in Dead Island. That was a thing of the era, but I still find myself going for achievements and looking at lists and thinking about them. I mean, depending on the game I play. If it's something like Gone Home, maybe not.
Yeah,
But-
I've done that a lot with like walking simulators.
Yeah.
Like Edith Finch, I was like, well, I mean, I had the intuition to hit the pool balls off the table, so I just did that, and then I got it, and I was like, cool. I like it when they just implement, I'm doing something silly and off the wall into the trophies you get. Trophies
Yeah.
are great. I'm not putting down trophies. I wouldn't have 31 platinums if I didn't like trophies.
Yeah, they're an interesting meta gameplay mechanic, and I'm interested to see how they change. They've been kind of static for 10 years or so, but I have to imagine, like I remember hearing something along the lines of, you remember like PlayStation Home, like that weird thing where you can have an avatar and walk around and have like a place and meet other people in their weird avatars. I remember reading a thing that was like having like an Xbox room or something, and then on your shelf you can display your achievements or display your trophies or have them be somewhat of a more visible thing where you can spotlight some things. I do think that's interesting. It's really cool to see if people go for that sort of thing. What were the games that they went for? What were the weird ones that they ended up getting? What are the stories behind that? How did you end up? And if they're like ones that I looked at and looked past, I'm like, wow, why'd you settle in on that one? That's awesome.
This is a good idea. Maybe like just a profile thing if they can make like a trophy case in which you feature exactly like the trophies that you think are interesting. You want to showcase for other people.
I know there's something like that on Steam, but Steam achievements just don't have the same punch as trophies and Xbox achievements. I'm not really sure why.
Well, first of all, there's not the big shiny sound.
There's not the big shiny sound. There's not like the big number next to your name, right? Player profiles are a lot less of a thing on Steam, I feel like, than on Sony and Microsoft machines, right? But I don't know. Who knows where they'll be, and who knows what our next most exciting achievements are going to be.
Yeah.
We're still getting them.
Yeah, it'll be fun for future redactive purposes. That's what I'm all for.
Can't wait.
I'm all for sitting right here and just complaining about how we're so stupid. Because you finally got that Halo ODST trophy that you were going for.
Oh my god. Yeah, we'll come back after cleaning up all the leftover ones. We'll have Geometry Wars 2. We'll have Rock Band 2 Endless Set List on Expert. We'll be so much cooler gamers the next iteration of this content creation of ours.
We'll be legendary.
Oh god.
They'll be talking about us in the annals of not just YouTube, but the entire internet. Remember those guys, man.
Capital G gamers.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that Quake one. That's like be number 1 ranked.
Fucking Graw.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You watch out. Here I come.
I'm gonna get all those Army of 2 ones that are impossible to get because all the servers are down. Good games. Good list.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out.
It's
nice to have you.
Let us know your favorite trophies, achievements, if you got the ones that we got, if you have any thoughts on anything, really.
Let us know which ones we got wrong. Make sure you tell us that our list was ordered poorly.
Yeah, let us know about all the actually bad achievements that we listed and should have put different ones instead.
Talk about your bad achievements too.
Love hearing about that.
I want to hear about that time you flew through the donut with the drone in Donut County.
That's on the list. There's one achievement for To the Moon, which is complete To the Moon. Should have put that on the list.
I should have put this list should have been just nothing but Walking Dead trophies. That should have
Telltale Plats, dude.
Oh,
Tales from the Borderlands added to the list.
Bam, great, all day.
All right, catch you later.
Yeah. Thanks for seeing you.